Okay, we are live. It's I am obligated to say that, by the way. The secret Illuminati confirmed, says that I have to say we are live every time I go live, or they'll kill me and my family. Hello everyone. It's Alexander here, Ghosts of Alexandria, and today is a very special time in human history. Never before has a YouTube channel achieved 100 subscribers. No, not a bit. With me, I am joined by Ann Lieven. Her channel is also in the description if you want to check hers out. And probably everyone who's watching the stream came from her channel, so it's pretty much known for.
Yes.
And I'm also joined by the Gentleman Toaster here. And this is the first video of a long-running series on channel milestones that I am calling, for lack of a better name, Toasts of Alexandria. Thank you very much. Okay.
So you did settle on the name.
I did settle on the name. It was, in fact, Toasts of Alexandria. Absolutely. So,
I would like to say that it took me 4 minutes, so yeah.
Oh, okay, fine.
I mean, you saw your opportunity and you went for it. I got to give you credit there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I know by the time this stream's over, I'm probably going to just want to go to bed or stay up all night playing video games.
I can respect that.
Right, absolutely. Wait, where's Alex?
I don't know.
Can people not hear me? Hold on. This is... Yeah, okay, no, people can hear me. I don't know. I'm here. I'm here. I'm talking. I don't know why you can't hear me, but
I think
am
they can't
Alex.
see you.
They can't
They're
see
ghosts.
me? I see. Yeah, no, someone had mentioned to do a face reveal at 100 subscribers. I'm not going to do that, but well, yeah, okay. So this is a kind of multi-topic stream, and it's also going to be chat driven later on. But first, I want to take this time to thank everyone for their viewership of the channel, and it has allowed me to fulfill my dreams in life. And one of those dreams were to have a custom URL. So thank you very much. You accomplished many things, and I also want to take this time to thank Anne specifically for opening up her platform to me and my ridiculous ideas.
Hey, you got that Venezuela knowledge in. That's what I needed.
This is true. This is true. Apparently, people are asking for a foot reveal. You know, it's funny because in a previous stream, someone asked for a foot reveal, and I actually took the time to take a picture of my foot, just in consideration that I might post it as a joke. I don't know.
That's kind of.
Oh my god.
I don't know. You know, I give the people what they want. You know, there's no. It's not like I have to censor my foot or anything, right?
Did it occur to you that it might be the same person?
The same person. Well, yes, it has occurred to me. So let me greet everyone here. We have beaten the viewership from all other streams. Wow, there are 10 people watching. Incredible. 10% of my subscriber base. That's fantastic. Thank you very much. We have Yaku. We have Mr. Johnson, a favorite lad over here. We got I am not the letter E. Grin, Reaper of Trolls. Let's see. MC, clap your hands. There we go. Okay, we have Alien or Aileen Bordelon. I'm sorry if I completely butchered your name. And we have Anne for just popping in the chat. Very good, very good. So how's everyone doing? How's everyone's day? You know, Anne, Gentleman Toaster, tell me what happened. Anne, what happened when you reached 100 subscribers? What was your first thought?
So it was actually pretty crazy because the videos before had gotten like 20 views, but then one of them, it was the Ben Shapiro video, when it went from like 20 to 300, so I never really got the time to like sit back and really enjoy the 100. It was just, yeah, So it was really cool because I was expecting to get 20 views on that video, and it got more than that.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Just a
Just a
few.
tad.
Just a
Just
few
a
more than
tad.
20. 21, 22.
Yeah,
1,000.
just a few more. 1,000.
Oh, great. So, the gentleman toaster, you have or at least you're considering starting to produce content on your channel. Is that still the case?
Yeah, actually, I recorded a thing today.
Oh, wow. Oh, fantastic. Well,
I was gonna do a short 10-minute video, but it ended up being 22 minutes long. I have to cut some of it down.
Honestly,
Okay.
that is every experience that I have with video making. I'm just gonna have a 10-minute video, 20 minutes.
I'm going to have a 3-minute video 28 hours later. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
So
Oh,
I have another channel, which I'm not going to say here, but I have another channel which has a whopping 29 subscribers.
Oh, 29. No, that's pretty good. You see, before Ann, I had 4 subscribers. I had
All
an
your
entire
friends?
4 subscribers, and they were all my friends, and another channel, my own channel, one of mine.
So you're
Wow.
Basically,
stalking
no,
us.
basically, so I could link it. I could check out if the videos were uploading correctly. It wasn't just a sad attempt of getting a subscriber. It had a purpose.
It wasn't like how musicians will put like a few dollars in before other people do, just to, like, what is that called? So you just subscribe to yourself to make it look like more people are subscribing.
I
Yeah,
got you.
no.
Yeah, like-
I subscribed to myself so that I could keep track of my videos and see if people were getting notifications and everything, because I know YouTube messes up like that a lot.
Stalker.
So, stalker. Yeah. Okay. So we have. Wait, hold on. I like Majestic Gabe's comment. We're not doing a chat-driven stream yet, but I wanted to just
Ghosts of
point out
Alexandria stream.
stream, but every time he says and it gets faster.
I wouldn't mind doing that. I could do that actually.
This is funny.
Let me record this stream real quick. No, I'm not gonna do that though.
I also wanted to say hi to Adam Hare. Yep, Betty Mel Cuck, totally, 100%. Yeah. So, anyway, it's been surreal, to be honest. I mean, I started the channel on in the Ides of March as an allusion to Julius Caesar and the play, not the person. Well, okay, kind of both. You know what I mean. Anyway, so I started the channel on the 15th, and by the end of the month, I still had about 4 subscribers. And I had the unique opportunity to get on Ann's channel to discuss socialism in Venezuela. And from there, I went all the way up to it was like 21 subscribers when the stream ended. And by the next couple of days, it went up to the 30s. And then a couple of weeks, it went to the 50s. And one of the latest streams actually provided about 17 new subscribers with you and your last stream. So that was fun. That was fun. It really brought me over the hurdle from 81 to like 90, 98 subscribers. And so when I was approaching 100, I was really, really excited. One, because it's like one of your first milestones as a YouTuber. I mean, it's not really recognized by YouTube as a milestone, but it's a milestone to me.
You get the custom URL.
And specifically the custom URL. That was the key thing. That was the most exciting part. It's just because, okay, so the custom URL, you can get it when you reach 100 subscribers, and a few other things. You have to have like a profile photo, and you have to have a video, and you have to be on YouTube for more than like 30 days. I think those are the general requirements for a custom URL. So the issue was, and I noticed it on a lot of Ann's streams that I was a part of, it was difficult for people to find the channel, because when they typed in my name, like Ghosts of Alexandria, all one, all one thing, no spaces, right? And this was before and provided links to my channel.
Okay, all right. I forgot. Wow, we're throwing shade already.
Absolutely. So this is before the age of links. So people were people
Age of
were,
Link.
yeah, we make some Zelda references over here. So basically, someone would search it, and then YouTube would change their search to put spaces in between Ghosts and of and Alexandria, and that brought it to a song by a band called Anti-Flag, which Anti-Flag 666 posts a song called Ghosts
Sounds
of Alexandria.
great.
And it was completely exactly what I wanted people to find.
Oh.
So YouTube changes the search, because if YouTube retained the search, you would immediately find my channel. But YouTube changes the search and then asks, would you like to search instead for your original search? So it's kind of weird.
Why, yes, I
It's
would.
like, yeah. It's kind of for a reason. So now the link's very easy, right? You just type in youtube.com /C//GhostsOfAlexandria. Capitalized, not capitalized, doesn't matter. And you'll get to my channel. So that's something that I was really hoping, I was looking forward to having, even when I was at, around 50 subscribers. Just because it seems so difficult. Like I got so many different messages saying that, oh, I can't find your channel. How do I find your channel? I can't find your channel. Your channel is unfindable. So,
now you have no excuse to
now
not
you have no
content
excuses.
up.
Absolutely. So
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but there is no error of links in the official Zelda timeline.
Oh,
There's an error of the Hero of Time, which is as close as you're gonna get.
shucks. So why is there a /C? The C stands for creator. So that's the URL. There's no way to avoid that. It was like /creator, and then you can go to Anne's channel the same way. You just type in Anne Lieven, after the / after the C, and you'll find her channel. And then with mine, you'll find mine. It's pretty straightforward, honestly. Like that's kind of the C stands for cuck.
He's not wrong. Not wrong.
I'm not wrong. It's not wrong. C is the first letter of cuck. It is also the first letter of casserole. So is my channel all about casserole? Who knows? Maybe it's an Illuminati confirmed conspiracy. Oh, C starts confirmed too. So it is Illuminati 100%. Anyway,
Of course.
it's honestly surreal. I know 100 in the grand scheme of things on the YouTube scale is not that many, but I couldn't imagine. I'm not a good public speaker per se, so I couldn't imagine having an audience of 100 people just sitting there listening to me rant about stupid things. Right. So it's honestly, it's an honor. I'm very surprised that I got to 100 as quickly as I did.
Are you really?
Yes, I am actually. It's not, are you really? Yes, I am really surprised. I thought this wouldn't happen until like late August, September, maybe even by the end of 2017, because I've had other channels before and they have not done as well. But they weren't political, so maybe that's a reason. Oh, we broke our record. We got 11 people watching now. Everyone just exit the stream so we can just ruin that right now.
I'll leave.
No. So
we keep threatening to leave.
I wasn't saying. Yeah. I was talking to them before the stream. They were threatening to unsubscribe. I was like, okay, well, this is great.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so I know that the it's not like I have 100% viewer participation in every video or every stream, and it's kind of like it's still a big deal, because even if you were in a stadium, right, and the stadium's filled with 100 people, not all 100 are listening to you, right? Someone's on their phone, someone's making oogly eyes at their partner, is someone just kind of taking a nap. You're never really going to get 100% participation. But just the idea that subscriptions, as far as me, like I put a lot of value in subscriptions, because I don't want to have useless content pop up in my feed. So it is a big honor to have reached 100, and I hope that the channel keeps progressing to 200, 500, 1,000. continue to go, and I'll try to provide the best content that I can possibly come up with that doesn't combat with my extreme laziness. So, you know,
Wow.
we'll see which one we'll see which one prevails. My need to produce content or
I think I
my
already know which one.
inability. You think you already know which one? No, actually, I'm working on some videos now. So I've had a circumstance after circumstance prevent this from happening. It's honestly it's very sad. It started with in the beginning of May. Visiting, I was like a 2-week vacation visiting my father and visiting my mother, and then after I got very sick and I could barely speak, and now I don't really have any excuses. So you know, look forward to a video in a couple days. We'll see. So
Finally, some content.
finally some content. I know. I apologize. So let's so Anne, how's your channel? Let's talk about your channel.
Yeah, my channel's doing pretty well. The thing I've noticed though is a lot of people will subscribe to a channel and then not watch the content, mainly because they're looking for something very specific from it. So you'll notice that too. You'll have like 100 subscribers and then the viewership won't be 100. So for example, I have 13K, but usually it's around 4K that watch a video. So there are a lot of people that are subscribed to not watch content.
So Quad HD is watching your content. Well, yeah, it's still pretty good. You know, you got your 720, you got your 1080p, and you got your 4K. Excellent. So, yeah, it's interesting, and you're right. They are looking for very specific content, which is why I'm going to try to stay in the same themes, and I'll put different series and different types of videos in playlists once they start adding up. And
I'll tell you what,
that should allow for very easy access to the videos that specific people like, you know, for specific types of videos.
Subscribers are nice, but it's really the views that what you want on YouTube.
It's the views. It's not the views though. It's the watch time. It's actually not the watch time. It's the like to dislike ratio. It's actually not the dislike.
They change the algorithm every 5 minutes.
Who knows really? Who knows? Who knows?
Just put every word in the English language in your tags, and you'll probably get 1 billion views.
Put every word in. But I don't like doing that. I just like putting I don't even put that many tags as pertaining to the video itself. You know, like if it has to do with I don't know. I just put very few tags. I think I only put like 4 in the stream. So yeah, that was the thing. But
So got it. Click it before quality.
Say clickbait before. Toaster. We can call you Toaster from now on. What do you what kind of content are you considering making?
Considering that, you see, that's different than what kind of content I'll probably make, because I know my limits. I know what I want to do and then what I'll actually do. You know what I mean? If what I'd like to do is, I'm an avid fan of psychology. I'd like to go through a lot of studies which disprove, you know, like the kind of SJW, cult of outrage kind of ideas, like fat shaming and all that kind of stuff. But what I'll probably end up doing is just getting angry in a microphone, completely unscripted. So, yeah.
So you want to do some top quality content, but you're pretty much just going to rage in a microphone. So you know what you are going to do, but you also know what you would like to do.
Yeah.
No. Do what you want to do. Well, that sounds like such a good idea. Do you actually use psychology to go through and debunk the arguments? Like when you're using psychology to debunk why cultural appropriation is a bad thing, but then you use psychology to debunk it. That's the best thing in the world. I would watch that.
Yeah, me too. I think
the problem with that is that I have to write a script for that. And I don't know, but I'm not brilliant at writing scripts. I write like 15 different scripts before I decide one that I like, which is probably obsessive. But
honestly, man, I'm not good at anything that requires any amount of effort.
well, it's weird for me because I really enjoy writing like short stories, and my English teachers always just tell me I'm really good at writing and use of vocabulary and that kind of stuff. I'm just terrible at spelling. But when it comes to writing a single person script, at least, not like a multi-person, like a short film, I could probably pull that off. But if I were writing a script just for me, I don't know. I just have difficulty with that.
You
Well,
can, because you can write it as if you were like a person. You can like kind of debate yourself in a way to help you write the script, if that helps. Because I know I'm the same way where if I write a script, I look at it twice and then I hate it and I can't look at it anymore.
Yeah, I got you. Well, it's funny because like I'll be in my car and I talk to myself when I'm in my car, and I'll be driving and I'm like, I'll be thinking about a psychology study and I'll just start talking to myself and I'll be like, wow, I wish I could record myself right now, and like this could be a perfect video. And then I sit down and try to type what I was thinking about, and everything, all the charm, everything is lost. Everything.
You gotta just record yourself. The solution here, just put a video camera in your car and then go through and then just transcribe it later.
I actually was thinking about doing that, but that's a lot of effort. How you say it? I don't know. I don't use it.
effort. Yeah.
Very hard. I don't use it. Okay.
How to say I don't use it. Yeah, it's interesting starting content. So I made the channel wanting to do, high production value videos, but I don't have the monetary ability, nor the care to pirate any of the software that is required to do some of these things, nor the familiarity, nor the time. So basically what's going to happen is I'm pretty much kind of just off the cuff content, which is just basically me revealing my opinion, no sources, no anything. I mean, I think people are capable of looking up their own, information, right? But eventually, as the channel builds, and maybe if I can make it have a financial incentive to do it.
Not in today's YouTube.
No, not off of YouTube. I'm not gonna worry about advertiser revenue. I'd probably do something like every other YouTuber and neo-feminist on the face of the earth does. I'm gonna start a Patreon, probably something like that. But to be honest, I mean, I know that as I create content, it's going to get progressively better, and I have a lot of ideas on the directions I could go with the channel. So me being lazy is not a reason to not look forward to content, because it's coming. It's just when it gets here.
Honestly, though, the thing about Sean Head says if you can't look at a video that you did a month ago and cringe, then you're not growing fast enough. I totally agree with that.
I agree with that too. I look at videos that I do, and as soon as I upload it and I watch it, I was like, oh,
this is awful. Halfway through editing, I'm like, ugh. Honestly.
You Andy Worski. The Andy Worski symbol of cultural appropriation on there. You're culturally appropriating from Andy.
I gotta know something about Andy, because the way the two of them talk, are they like stepbrothers, or how does that work? Because I'm so confused on if they're just friends. I'm so confused with that.
Well, I know they're roommates.
Right? Is that it? Because the way they talk, it sounds like they're both, their last names are Worski, or maybe the Asian guy's name is Chris. I think it's his name.
No. It was a joke that he acquired the name Worski. Andy's last name isn't even Worski.
Oh.
Right. Neither of their last name. The last name was made up. So it's kind of the word. I'm not sure. I think he just kind of came up with it. But from what I've theorized is they are either lovers,
That was a possibility.
roommates, longtime friends, like college friends, um, not. I don't think they're stepbrothers. I think what's most likely is that they're just roommates from college that have like formed a long-lasting friendship.
It could be that they're in a bromance, kind of like where they're. What was that new article that came out where it's like, oh, men in bromances who cuddle and kiss? It's like, oh,
But it's not.
I mean, I
No,
call
no,
that.
no, no, no. It's
Yeah,
straight
yeah.
men. Straight men who are in bromances.
Oh,
that
yeah.
come and
Yeah, it
kiss.
could be one of those.
You know, I could almost agree with that if they would specify that they kiss on the cheek, because in Latin culture they do that all the time. Like that's pretty much how you greet everyone. Any man to man, they'll kiss on the cheek, right?
Alex, almost.
Almost. I could
Almost agree with
almost. That is the caveat here.
Something you want to
Almost.
tell us?
What?
Something you want to tell us?
I mean, this is a welcoming space. It's
No. Oh! You're talking about me? No. Straight as an arrow. If arrows were actually straight, but they
Are you sure about that?
Oh, so there we go. There we go. He just admitted it. I'm really blessed that you feel comfortable enough around us to confess that.
Thank you,
But
thank you. I know. I see. This is my coming out video. Grin says this is not a welcoming space. We don't like your kind around here.
Get
You're
out
not
of the
from
country.
around here, are you?
Can't understand you. Go back to your country.
Anyway,
Exactly.
no, it's because in Europe and specifically Latin countries, that behavior, that kind of just the whole cuddling thing. I don't know to what extent they're talking about but just from looking at the article, guys do that all the time in Latin countries. It's not like a stigmatized thing. It's not like like straight men do that all the time.
I don't think you speak for the herd here, pal.
But in the U.S., that would definitely be seen as gay. So I don't know why they want to try to make gay being straight. I think because gay men have lost their oppression points, probably. So they want to make gay men straight. That's their effort. They're trying to just combine them.
The fact that it's acceptable that I think it was BLM just like hijacked the Pride Parade where they blocked them and then they had to put those two brown stripes in the Pride flag. I'm like, okay, apparently LGBT people aren't oppressed anymore. Not as oppressed as if your skin color is darker.
Yeah, it's not like there was a whole big war and massive movement in the 1960s about skin color.
Mr. Johnson, I don't kiss men on the cheeks. No, I'm just saying it's prevalent.
He goes straight for the lips.
That's
what
all.
Someone who kissed men on the cheeks would say.
Oh, Illuminati confirmed. Oh, I've been exposed. Oh, it's just a prank, bro.
Just a prank, bro. Ravioli. What's in the pocket-oli?
Yeah.
There you
go. We got some filthy Frank references. That's great. That's awesome.
You know
that's my aesthetic.
Ravioli, give me the formioli.
Oh yeah, that one's good. That one's good too.
Rip SpongeBob after the movie.
Bless.
Yeah. SpongeBob. There's, when I was younger, I despised SpongeBob, but as I got older, I learned to appreciate the ununderstood, the humor in it. That was more adult themed.
Please leave your own stream. Don't like SpongeBob. You're not allowed to be on your own stream. Leave.
I'm not allowed to be. Okay.
I'll take over. over.
Oh, okay, absolutely. Anyway, I think I think so. We all kind of discussed our channels. What kind of content are you thinking about, Anne, to start producing in the future?
future?
Like where's the channel going?
recently I've been kind of focusing on just putting in the basis of like my political views on it, but I'd really like to expand upon those. Like the political compass video, for one, is definitely something I'd like to do more of, expanding on like political ideas, kind of like in a political science class, because I am taking quite a few of those. And I'm kind of learning more about how the terminology and everything like that. So that's definitely one thing I'd like to do in the future. I am making a video on a few videos in the future. I'm doing a live stream on politics and film, for example. That's something I really like to do. Doing a video on Zionism, Great Depression myths. That's the history part coming out. Stuff like that. So.
Ooh, I like American history.
Oh,
Yes.
great.
Bless.
I'm looking forward to it. And I imagine all your subscribers, which are also all my subscribers are your subscribers, except like 3.
Yeah.
Will be looking forward to that as well. Greetings, 8-bit
I'm
builder.
also
I haven't
looking
seen you
forward
before
to
in the
it.
chat. But welcome to the tree.
He's making sandwiches.
I love what Mr. Johnson is saying. Like the last one where he says, "Alex, stop trying to get away with wanting to kiss men," and then his very next comment explains exactly what I meant. That it's a cultural thing, right? Like
that's how you know he's both educated, like, but able to do also.
but able
nice
to be edgy,
memes.
yeah. but able to roast, absolutely.
My favorite part of American history is slavery.
I think
That's
everyone's favorite part of American history. You know what? I can't say that.
Yeah, I was about to say.
It's too far.
You were telling me a while ago you want to run for president when you're old enough. Someone's gonna come look back on this.
No. I'm not saying I'm going to do it. I'm saying I would consider. If things got worse than they are now, I'm hoping they'll get better. But probably sometime between around my 50s or 60s, I'd consider running if I had the financial backing from the companies I'm starting.
What's your favorite part of American history then?
Mine?
Yeah.
The Declaration of Independence. That's
Fair enough. And
and
Ooh,
the end of World War II. Just the massive economic
Incorrect.
boom, the move.
That would be a good reason for it. Yeah, I do like that. Like, if I had to live in an era, it would be that era that wasn't today. But like for aesthetic-wise, I really like the 1865s fur trading and Wild Wild West.
So you'd be okay of how they viewed women back then?
In the 1950s?
In the 50s. Yeah.
Well, if I had to live in an era that wasn't today, it would be then.
Right.
I would say my favorite era to study about probably be the Second World War and early Cold War. But if I were to live in any time in American history, I'm going to War 20s. You kidding me?
Oh, the 20s.
Yeah, but then you have to deal with the Great Depression that lasted until the
Unless you're
40s.
Well, if I have the capability to go back to an era in history, I'm pretty sure I'll have the capability to leave it once it disappears.
Or
you know what? Yeah. But like I guess the 1920s were a little bit better, but Prohibition also.
Yeah.
Do you think that stopped anyone?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that didn't stop anyone from drinking.
In Kansas City, throughout the entire the whole duration of the of Prohibition, not one person was arrested for alcohol possession.
Bless.
And it was basically because the mafia was in bed with the mayor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what is it? The government also poisoned some alcohol to make sure people weren't drinking it, and they actually killed people. But then another thing, you can't ban alcohol because everyone can make it in their basement.
Wasn't that a women's movement?
Moonshine.
Prohibition?
Yes.
Yeah.
There was some overlap there where it's like, if your lips touch alcohol, you're not going to touch ours. And so they were saying like,
I've seen those before.
Yeah.
Funny because on those images, almost all the women are absolutely disgusting.
So you're like, okay, oh no, I guess I can't sleep with them.
Look, here, Alex, look that up. I just want you. Have you seen those before? The like advertisements. If your lips touch liquor, then shalln't touch ours, or something like that.
And then you wouldn't want to, anyways. With
It's like the old-fashioned version of "Don't Grab My Pussy," and it's like a 300-pound sumo wrestler with makeup all over her face.
Well, it's yeah, it's definitely an interesting time. All those events and how there's just the fact that people died because government banned something. It's just that's totally not happening today, though. We've transcended that, right? Right.
In my younger and more vulnerable years, my father gave me some advice I shan't forget.
Here's something interesting. If you were in the 20s, right, and the Great Depression was looming over your shoulder, but you knew about it, you could probably profit a lot off of it.
Sell all your stocks.
Something, just manipulate some part of the market.
Sell all your stocks like a week before the stock market crash.
Right.
Black Monday or it's Black Tuesday. On Monday, sell all your stocks.
Right. Or buy when it crashes and everyone's losing their minds. Buy all your stuff. Buy a bunch of stocks and just wait for it to recover. Like you'll still be financially set, and then you just use that moment to buy everything. Who knows? I don't know. But my favorite parts of American history was probably the very beginning and the 1950s.
The very beginning and the 1950s.
The very beginning and the 1950s. I mean, there's not much American history out there. We've only been here for like 240 years.
Yeah,
so,
you don't get much, but like the stuff that's there is pretty interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it's taken China 5,000 years to not become a superpower, and it's taken the U.S. 240 years to become the greatest power the world has ever known.
The thing about China, my old history teacher used to say this, it's very interesting because China would have these great periods of growth and discover gunpowder, and then the dynasty would collapse and everything would be lost. And it would combine back together again and start all over from the beginning.
Exactly. Chinese history is actually really fascinating. I haven't actually studied a lot of Chinese history. The stuff that I have studied was pretty. I got this was from the SJW days when I was learning about Wu the Celestial, the only female Chinese emperor. But it wasn't very.
She was a psychopath. Did they tell you that?
Yes, she was. Yep, she killed her. She made her granddaughter. She forced her to have a miscarriage, which killed both her and the baby. So that was. She was crazy, but she was also really good for the. She might have been crazy and like killing people, but she was also good for the economy.
Well, I mean, so was Chen.
Yeah.
They named the country after him, and he wasn't such a nice dude.
Yeah, so I mean, mixed bag with Chinese emperors, right? But yeah, and the reason, and she put a bunch of military posts in to defend the Silk Road. It was pretty cool. I recommend learning about her. She's pretty neat.
Yeah. I don't know much about that. From what I'm hearing is that China had these small bouts of growth, toppled by or followed by stagnation and or decline, and that just it's unfortunate. Or well, I guess it's not unfortunate for us, but it's unfortunate for them. I guess they just couldn't get the concept of a free society.
I'm gonna take this moment to move on to what your guys' channels are actually about. I want to say something.
Sure.
They were teaching about the Chinese emperor, right?
Right.
Who's actually a psychopath murderer. Let me ask you something. Have you really ever seen a feminist glorify Joan the Arc?
No.
Never.
No.
I
haven't even heard of one mention it.
Why do you think that is?
Because she was religious. I'm betting.
Because she's a saint. Yeah.
She's a saint. She's religious, and she actually did good things.
Yep.
And they killed her. They killed her for it.
She was a witch, according to the British.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She didn't really even do anything militarily. She was just kind of a morale booster.
But she was a good morale booster.
Yeah, damn.
She was ineffective. I mean, even if she just stood like miles and miles away from the battle, she still she's still. I don't know. It's pretty incredible what she alone accomplished.
Yeah, and she's
the morale that she spiked. Who's Joan of Arc?
And she's actually the inspiration for one of my new favorite paintings that I actually went to the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York when I went there, and there's this beautiful, huge painting, and she's got this like dark brown hair and these bright blue eyes, and the painting is just beautiful. But that's not really related. But I have not seen a feminist praise Joan of Arc, but I have heard feminists praise Cleopatra, Nefertiti, with Celestial.
Who someone's asking who's Joan of Arc, I'll actually tell you. Basically, during the 100 Years' War, the king of France was like, yo, I'll tell you what, I'll pick someone random to lead the military, and he picked some peasant woman. And she turned out being a really big morale booster, even though she didn't really do much militarily. Pretty much abridged version of Joan of the Arc.
Right.
Oh, and then the British captured her and burned her.
I think
they hanged her or burned her. I don't remember.
They burned her.
Yeah, they burned her. They called her a witch.
Yeah.
She rallied the French army.
They called her heathenistic witch for believing, because she believed that God was speaking to her. And angels were communicating to her and stuff. And despite that being existed in the Bible, apparently it's burning time. See, the thing is, because they use religion at the time to control the people, as they continue to do. And if they actually, like, if there were divine, instances that kind of disproved the power of the kingship or the state, that was a very dangerous thing. Like, just imagine if Jesus came to this world right now, and he was unannounced.
He'd be terrified.
How many people? First, he would be horrified. How many people do you think? How many Christians do you think would follow him?
Think about it. I wouldn't be upset if Bob Ross came back to life. I don't know about you.
You'd be upset if Bob Ross came back.
No, I said I wouldn't be upset.
Yeah, Bob. That's completely.
He worships Bob Ross.
He worships Bob Ross. So I think this is at this time we're going to officially kind of transition from strictly multi-topic to multi-topic and chat-driven. So anyone has any questions? I know Mr. Johnson, you had a few questions. One of your first questions is, Alex, my boy, are you a supporter of the Don Man Trump? I would be if he was doing, if he just stopped tweeting.
Why didn't even run his Twitter? He probably just rounded up a bunch of Trump supporters and threw them in a dungeon with a phone.
Yeah. I like the idea of Trump. I would do things a little bit differently, personally, but it's kind of hard to imagine exactly what I do without being in that situation, because I'm just a private citizen. I don't really know all the ins and outs of what's going on in the government right now. So it's kind of hard to say, oh, well, he's doing a terrible job. I would do this. It's just things that I can observe and think, oh, well, maybe you could have done this differently, and things that are like objectionably, dumb, right? In the form of some of his tweets. But he's definitely done some good, and I did support him. I did vote for him during the election, and I actually that night it was a very interesting night, election night, because I was almost positive, because I still slightly trusted the media. This is before I completely broke off from that. I was almost certain he was going to lose. And then a couple hours in, I was doing different scenarios involving the states in which way they were leaning. And I was doing all the math, and I kind of knew he was going to win. And then a few hours later, he got Pennsylvania. And that was a shock to me. It flipped. It completely they thought I was going to vote Democrat. But when he got Pennsylvania, which is my home state, by the way, so I really like that. It's it was really nice to see. It was actually pretty hilarious. Like I couldn't imagine how people would be reacting because after he won Pennsylvania, he had won the election, right? He won with Pennsylvania.
Technically, he won with Wisconsin, but
he did.
Yeah, Wisconsin
I
was
thought
when
he
he
won
went
with
over
Pennsylvania.
the mark. What is it, 270? I don't remember.
Right. No, maybe Pennsylvania got him to like 266.
Yeah, he got really close to Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, he pretty much won. It was very unlikely that Hillary was going to win after Pennsylvania. I mean, Pennsylvania was a giant slap in the face to the Hillary campaign. But and then everyone started screaming, "Not my president," and that was hilarious. And then
they called out the electors to not go with the will of the people.
Yeah, they sent death threats to the electorate. And then I was learning at that time. I had known a couple of days before when Obama made a speech about how it kind of like secretly encouraging illegal immigrants to vote in the states that don't have voter ID. So that was pretty sketchy, and no one really talked much about that as far as on the mainstream.
He blatantly pretty much said, if you're illegal and don't worry about voting. There was this interview he did with like the star of Jane the Virgin, where she was talking about, what if I'm afraid about if my illegal relatives go vote, will they be put in jail? And then he said, he basically said, don't worry about that. Tell them to go ahead and vote. So he blatantly said, illegal immigrants go vote.
Of course it was Jane the Virgin. I've always hated that show. I hated it as soon as I saw it. I was just like, that's going to be a really dumb show.
I don't even know what it is.
And it's probably going to be all about how, it's like personal responsibility to the wayside.
Okay, so it's kind of my guilty pleasure. I liked it for a little bit. I was like, this is like the worst thing ever, and I kind of like it. And then we're trying to do more political statements, and I was like, this is getting annoying. This isn't what I watched the show for. And then it got even worse, and then I was like, I'm really tempted to stop. If they do one more, I'll stop. What is that? You got Skittles or something?
Mr. Johnson asks, as a Trump supporter, how can I provide a sensible and intelligent response to someone asking me, when was America great?
Bruv.
August 6th and August 9th, 1945.
Okay, hey,
I
actually, bro, I got an answer for this.
You do?
Okay. So when someone's saying like, oh, America was never great or something, it's not that you need to look at America and say, oh, America is perfect just the way it is. Obviously, there's room for growth. America started out, and it didn't start out with equal opportunity for all, as regarding like rights and whatnot. But that doesn't mean that the ideals that America stood for were not correct. Where you're standing up for the American ideal, the ideals of America, the principles of America, not how it currently is. So like in the 1700s, 1770, when did the war start with Britain?
75.
Oh, 75? Really? I thought it was 70.
Lexington and Concord was in 75.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm really bad with dates, even though I'm a history major, so I can remember events, but I'm sucky with dates. My bad. Okay, but when America decided there is no taxation without representation, we're going to form our own country on the ideal of equal opportunity. That's when America was great, and has been great ever since. Even though we're getting to a point now where we're starting to get away from that, we're starting to get away from originalism, we're still a great country. We're not perfect, but we're still a good country. Thank you. Bless.
Yeah.
Getting excited there.
Indeed. So Yeah, no, I'd go with the same answer that it's not really about the state of the U.S. It was about the ideals that were pushed by the founding fathers, even though some of them, they didn't practice what they preached, as far as all men are created equal. Um,
Thomas Jefferson was a slave owner.
he was, and he also married one of his slaves.
That's funny. I have a personal belief. I don't think a lot of people would agree with it, but I do not believe that you should judge history on today's standards. So you should not judge the founding fathers based on their slave ownership, even if it's immoral today. I think
agree.
it's our right to judge ourselves now based on history. In fact, you should do that. But the other way around is just wrong. You can't do that.
I agree. It's a different time, different perspectives, different norms.
Yeah, as a history major, I would agree. Like nowadays, like if you look at, there's a reason why I think that George Washington should be like a great public figure, and there's a reason why I don't think FDR should. So like FDR lived in a time where where the expectation was that everyone treat everyone equally, and then he put American citizens in internment camps. And so I think that he should be strict. I don't think that he should be like a shining figure of American exceptionalism. But George Washington lived in a time where it was very common to have slaves, and what he did at the end of his life was he set them free in his will. So he did something that was better by the standards of the time. Therefore, by our standards, he would be a good person and a good whoever.
Right, but that would require reason.
I'll argue.
Oh yeah. Oh, I
FDR's
forgot
statement.
about that.
Okay, what's your argument?
Go ahead, Tosh.
I see what you're saying. It really is. What you're saying is true. He did a lot of other bad things as well, but I feel like FDR still, despite his flaws, the United States would not exist without him. We would not have gotten through the Depression. We would have not gotten through the war. So as much as he did bad things, I think it's one of those cases where you can't excuse him for it, but you have to give him credit where credit's due.
He extended the Great Depression. If you look at how the Great Depression did not end until after the end of World War II. If you look at how many people went, so like what I'm saying is like he was the reason why the Great Depression turned from a panic into a depression that lasted a long, long time. And so he damaged the entire American people as well as putting Japanese American citizens in internment camps. So by those standards, I would say it's irredeemable.
I know what you're saying, because it is true that like his programs did very little to do anything to the Depression and really just gave more power to the government. But you have to think morally here. You know, George M. Cohan was given the Medal of Honor for writing some patriotic songs. I mean, just as a moral person, FDR brought so much to the United States. The fireside chats, think about that. It's not that we wouldn't have gotten through the Depression without him, but the United States wouldn't be the United States. I think it's such an influential person.
I think because if he had not Hoover was the one who started it, and then FDR made it worse. Like, if you come up to a house with the stoves on fire, and then you light the entire house on fire, and then kind of put it out, or at least like encourage people to put it out, I don't think you would deserve any reward for, oh yeah, he helped us get the fire out eventually after he was gone. So that's the reason why, like, as much whatever moral support that he gave during the Depression, he made it worse. So it's like when you make a problem, you're expected to fix it, and he saw a problem, made it worse, and then did not fix it.
Hoover didn't really do much either. If you want to blame any president for the Depression, which you really can't, it's best you probably blame Harding and Coolidge and their policies. Because by the time Hoover came into presidency, he could do very little to stop the incoming bomb that was the stock market crash.
Hoover actually was very interventionist. He was very interventionist, and he put in a lot of policies like the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act and the what's the name of it? Oh, I don't remember it. Let me look it up. Hold on for a second. And he put in a lot of policies that actually caused it. It could have been avoidable if you would just let the market sit, but he had to intervene with it, and he started it.
Well, you know,
true. But you know, Hoover initially believed that he should just leave it alone and it'll all come back. That was one of the
Machines
major
being
reasons
hijacked.
why he lost the election, was because people thought he wasn't doing anything. And then when he did start doing things later in his term, it was already too late. And morally, you know, if you held your pocket out, it was a Hoover flag. You lived in a Hoover town. You used Hoover blankets, which is a magazine or a newspaper. You know, his reputation was destroyed. But initially, he did believe that you should just leave it alone and the economy would fix itself.
He was actually spouting like things like cooperation rather than competition, as well as like government efficiency and running people's lives for a long time before the election. The Democratic Party was actually looking at him to be the nominee, but then he was kind of like, it seemed like he pretended to switch around, and then he just did what he espoused in the first place. So
I would say you're probably more versed on this subject than I am.
Another thing that it didn't help, don't know if it contributed, but it didn't help, was the creation of the Federal Reserve in 1913.
Woo! Go Rothschilds!
Yeah, the illegal creation.
Rothschilds Reserve.
The illegal creation of the Federal Reserve in 1913. Like Congress was tricked, basically. So that was an interesting thing. And then Nixon saying that we were going to temporarily end or separate from the gold standard. So that was another fun event. Well, great for the great for the country. Absolutely. No, I mean I really like the end of the war because or the Second World War. Because, I mean, the economy, the GDP of the U.S. Doubled within a decade, which was pretty impressive on its own. And also the lower class was moving up in higher standards of living and wages. So, and in one group that was specifically affected by this was the Black community, right? I think everyone here knows that the Black community started moving to the middle class more. And the strength of the Black family was also pretty high, like the ideals, the values. It's kind of as far as someone commented, a ban all commies. It's hard. See, this is a problem that shouldn't have existed that did exist. Like the immigration issue, the cultural divide in the U.S. was not something that was supposed to happen. This is not something that the founding fathers expected to happen, nor could they have ever envisioned the government becoming as large as it was or as it is. And the Federal Reserve was definitely something they would have never imagined, nor the loss of the gold standard, nor the immigration issue. So a lot of these things is a very complicated solve. But it basically requires the cultural shift of the entirety of the American society, unless you want to just kind of give up on American rights for a bit and just deport everyone without American values. Which, I mean, you can make an argument for. You could consider them enemies of the state because they are advocating for the fall of American society. So. But to what end, right? It's kind of a dangerous road. I would want to shrink the government a lot before mass deportation of people who don't share value. I don't know. It's again, it's a very complex problem, and it's kind of hard. It's a hard thing to fix,
Definitely.
or really do anything about.
When you make a big government, you make the people reliant on the government. And then if you remove that big government, people break.
Right. So in freedom of speech, right, you don't want to deport people for just believing something else. And I'm not really talking about their belief. I'm talking about people who are actively calling for the dissolving of Western ideals. So I think that would be considered an enemy of the state, an enemy of free society.
But Islam is a religion of peace.
Absolutely, peace over here, peace over there. But you know, it's
piece of Ambassador Stevens, if you catch my drift.
It's it's a
Oh my god.
it's it's just such a complex problem. Like, how do you shift the minds of an entire culture? I mean, okay, probably the best thing to do, as kind of hard as it's going to be on the people for a an amount of time, is to first completely strip the government of all these ridiculous powers that it has, down to the minimum of what they need to do, like, well, what the government is supposed to function as, right? Eliminating social programs, eliminating Social Security, eliminating
not eliminating Social Security, privatizing Social Security.
Yeah, eliminating Social Security on the government. I'm talking about the government. I'm not talking about whatever private institutions do is on them, right? I'm not talking about, like, they will probably pick up the slack of Social Security as a private organization. But I'm saying the government
moving to the
specifically
state level
should not.
Yeah.
Moving to local governments, giving local governments more power because they're closer to the people that they represent, right? Because Washington is kind of this clique, right? This niche group that's kind of isolated from the rest of the U.S. It's just this one tiny 10 square mile city, or 10 mile by 10 mile city or district, right? So they aren't close to the people who they represent, and that's a big issue when it comes to having a properly functioning democratic society, and not directly Democrat, right? So it's hard to. So you gotta distinguish the two. The republic, yeah. So the biggest thing is to cut all these things, and then let survival of the fittest kind of take its course, right? So the people who fall through the cracks will be helped by private institutions, and then through the course of a few generations, slowly the political shift may occur in the U.S. Again, very difficult issue because this should have never happened in the first place. Basically, the reason it happened was the age of convenience occurred, and it was unchecked. People didn't really think about the consequences of it being so easy to live in the U.S. And because before, like in the time of the founding fathers, you first would have to go on a ship that was disease-ridden for a 6-month journey over the Atlantic Ocean, right? The ship could be destroyed.
Sign me up.
The disease was and a lot of people couldn't afford to get on the ship. So what they do is they smuggle them in with the slaves.
Or indentured servitude.
Right. So more disease, and it basically required half of them died, right? So it required a massive amount of will and physical endurance to survive that voyage. Then once you're in the U.S., there weren't pickup trucks and cherry pickers to kind of pave out the roads, right? You had to cut down the trees, and you had to build everything from scratch, right? If you wanted a home, you had to build that. Or you have to have enough money to pay someone to build that, which will require you to work to get the money. So basically, it created a sense like if you earned your right to live in the U.S. You earned you earned it by surviving and building your on your land, acquiring land, clearing out the trees, dealing with the wildlife, building your home, paving out the roads or digging out the roads, right? They weren't paving it at that time, but they're digging out the roads. And this took a lot of effort, and basically it really forged the values that American society was kind of founded on, which was like personal responsibility and freedom from tyrannical governments, which is and now it's a plane ride or not even that.
I'm going to interrupt you because we got a lot of things coming in the chat.
Oh, okay, sure.
Majestic Gabe seems to be talking about healthcare or something.
Okay, let's see. Where? Is it where he says, hey, to be fair, it should be gradual?
Yeah.
My cousins would not be able to provide for the medical bills as is?
I think it means gradual in the removal of big government.
I don't know. It'd be fun. It'd be nice to do it gradually, but that your cousin's inability to pay their medical bills, as unfortunate as that is not a reason for the gradual decline of these services that are crippling the economy, that are crippling the American spirit, that are causing us to be trillions and trillions in debt, right? So we're now at 20 trillion. How gradual should we approach our debt that is going to take many decades once we balance it and once we have a surplus to pay off?
Think of it this way. We don't have to pay back our debt if every single country that we owe money to is nuked.
Oh, wow.
Oh, well, yeah, that's an option. It's dumb, but it's an option. Right now, America can't just haphazardly bomb countries because our interests are in the stability of those other nations, right?
Yeah,
that's how our trade works. Now, if we were able to move all the industry into the U.S. and be self-sustaining, then yeah, kill them all.
Well, I tell you what, the U.S. industry, as much as people think, it's not gone. It's different than what you would think. Like, if we go to war and we suddenly China's no longer our main, we're going against China and we need to manufacture a lot of things ourselves, that industry is still there. It's moved from what you might think. Because after World War II, you know what all the munitions, can't talk. You know who bought all the munitions factories?
Who?
Food corporations. The factory farms, they own all of that. All the industry, pretty much, that used to be for weapons making and car making, all that kind of stuff, is now, Food Incorporated. So if we go to war tomorrow and we're up against our main manufacturers,
doesn't that kind of create a monopoly? Don't we need to kind of divide that?
Oh,
company?
yes. There is a huge food monopoly right now. But
Right.
they have to turn a blind eye because there are actually a large number of congressmen and women who have worked for these companies or receive donations, as I say lightly, very, very lightly.
There needs to be a complete separation there needs to be the downfall of corporatism. That's the most important thing. Actually, I think that's the number one issue of today, right? People say it's terrorism, people say it's immigration, right? And all those are massive deals, right?
Global
Corporatism needs to be eliminated. We need to shrink the government into doing it's pretty much 3 jobs. There are like 3 jobs of the government.
Making law, interpreting law, and enforcing law.
Yes.
Which is the Constitution, which would be which is
right. But
managing,
specifically, but besides the law, what it does to the people is it is to provide the protection of the sovereign land, right? It is to
military,
right. It is to enable the to uphold law, right?
To enforce contracts.
To enforce the social contracts and business contracts and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it is to prevent monopolies. To prevent monopolies of corporations. That's it. That's all. As far as so let's talk. Let's. I'm going to go on a tangent. Let's talk about corporations for a second. So there's a lot of talk about what businesses should be allowed to do, right? Diversity is a strength. Businesses are encouraged and pushed to be as diverse as possible, and they get in a lot of trouble if they're not. See, all this is ridiculous. All of this is ridiculous, just pandering short-term silly issues. Because if the government prevented monopolies effectively, this wouldn't be an issue, right? Let's say company A does not hire women or serve women, but company B hires and serves or hires women, right? Company B hires women but doesn't serve women, which would be kind of weird. But just for the scenario, let's say that is. Company C is very progressive. Ooh, it hires women and serves women, right? Who do you think the female customers are going to go to?
Company A.
Company A, exactly. Company A.
Exactly.
But no. Company C, right? And company A will either, again, survival of the fittest, right? Big concept. Will either have to change their policy, or they will fall. They will crumble, and the government cannot bail them out. The government cannot bail out any company. That's not the function of the government.
Chrysler, cough, GM.
Yeah, cough Chrysler, cough GM, cough.
Didn't even help Chrysler all that much.
Yeah, it is completely every single issue that you have with a company, whether it's diversity, if it's an important issue, you vote with your dollar. That's what the free market does. You vote with your dollar, you go to a different company, and then they are forced to rethink their values. And if enough of that happens, then they're going to have to shift, right? Or they will appeal to a different audience that is okay with that, right? Freedom of thought. People in this country have the ability to believe what they believe and pursue the companies that they want to pursue. It doesn't all have to fall and crumble. They just have to appeal to a different clientele. All these issues, just any issue that you could possibly bring up that the government should intervene in the company is null and void. All they have to do is prevent monopolies.
Wasn't that an issue?
Other than monopolies, right? That was the point. You're funny. You're hilarious, right? No, just the monopolies. If we strictly, oh man, I am becoming like the autism is really heavy right now. Like I can't even speak.
It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. It's Autist Tuesday. It is me, Autismo. So
Wait
basically,
a second. I just realized you're autistic and gay. Are you a 4chan contributor?
You're funny.
Oh
I'm only autistic. I'm only autistic.
I'm just joking, chill.
I know. Do I seem like I'm not chill, bro? Do I seem like I'm not chill?
No, but
know
Andrew,
your place.
Listen, Andrew, I live in a very left-leaning area, so I've learned to
have to apologize for every joke you make.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's really depressing.
It really is.
No, I'm fine. Yeah, call me gay. It doesn't matter. I'm just stating that I'm not. Because there are new people in the stream. I don't want to confuse anyone by not denying. So yeah, government has very few issues or very few things that they need to actually do. Local government should be prioritized over federal government because the local governments are closer to the people. The people have more of a higher ability to vote people in and vote people out based off of the view. And political views, they kind of dissipate when people start losing jobs, right? So your political leanings, even if you like one candidate, if that candidate is just screwing up your city, right? You're not going to vote that candidate in. You're going to try to vote for the person who
off Detroit.
So it will transcend politics. Political leanings will be transcended by effectiveness. So very few jobs of the government, which means that the government does not need to spend $3 trillion per year, right? It can be reduced, which means taxes can be reduced. And I specifically believe in the idea of a very, very small but universal tax, right? Between 5 and 10%. And that's our tax code. It is one sentence, right? It is, you will be taxed by the government annually 5 or 10% of your income. That's it. That's all it is. And maybe we can do a concession for after what do you call it? Like it would only apply after you make like 10,000 or 20,000 annually, right? So it kind of help the lower class out a little bit as they rise out of the lower class. But taxes
And then you need
don't
to
need
make sure
to
to
be
also reduce spending.
taxes don't need to be well, that's kind of stripping the government of all these nonsense things that they do. That's what we're reducing spending with. That's just stripping them of all these idiotic departments and just
that definitely
the
needs to be
things they're
done
involved with.
first. Is my only thing with that. You need to reduce spending before you can simplify the tax code. But
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
No, I'm not dumb.
I'm not dumb.
We have to save money before we can get less of it. So state governments should tax based off of property, I believe, because that's that. I don't. It just seems rational. I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows? But the federal government should only. It'd be nice to not have taxes at all, but that's just not a realistic thing, right? Or voluntarism for taxation. I know there's a lot of people like, man, government just puts a gun to your head, man, and just forces you to pay money. It's like, well, you live in the country, so and you get the benefits of the country.
You need to pay for the military.
You need to pay for the military and to keep the monopolies from existing. So. But this is not like the roads argument. You know, private organizations can make roads too. That's not an issue. It's mostly the military, unless you want to privatize the military, which is very eerie idea.
Pretty much on the way to that anyway.
Yeah. So very minimal taxes. You take the 70,000 page tax code and you make it a sentence. That's it. And then just the government needs mass reform. Honestly, I feel like we should clear out like every politician in Washington, but slowly, like in an order of 10 per every couple months, right? We just clear them out. We just say that we basically charge them with being an enemy of the state, because that's what they are. That's what it's become. That's what corporatism or not an enemy of the state. Sorry, an enemy of the people, specifically. When I say the state, I mean the people. I know that's completely two different things, but an enemy of the people. Charge them with being an enemy of the people, and clear them out of Washington, and then completely rewrite pretty much all of our laws, or most of them, to accomplish two things. One, to just simplify the law. We don't need 70,000 pages for a tax code, right? I don't need deductions. I don't care about getting deductions when I'm married. I don't care about. That's just really complicated. It's really complicated to find all your deductions. Oh, well, I drove this amount of miles for business per year, so give me a tax deduction here. Oh, well, I was married and I had one child this year, so give me a deduction over here. It's just like, no. I think that the taxes can be very low, but concrete. There's no deductions. You are taxed 5%. 5% would be great, right? 5% tax. And that's it. That's it. The wealthiest of the wealthy, 5%. The middle class, 5%. Upper class, 5%. Upper class, 5%. Lower class, 5%. Lower class, no tax. Or maybe we tax them too, right? 5%. 5% is not a big issue. 5% is like
below 10,000. I think that's minimum wage. So I mean, not a lot of people are living off minimum wage. It's just like college workers and whatnot.
Right. So maybe no tax, right? Or 5%. Again, because the tax system is what it is now, like 13-something% or 12%. Well, what is that? I don't even remember. But it's just, if it was low enough, I don't think it would even matter to eliminate taxes whatsoever. You just, once you turn like 18 or 21, you just start paying taxes. Or once you have employment, you start paying taxes, and it's like 5%. Very easy, very easy. Imagine being able to keep 95% of your income, and having the government. Oh, I don't know, do its job. The crazy thought. But you also have simplified laws that the average citizen can read. Enough of this ridiculous legal jargon, right? The whole legal system is completely messed up. You
shouldn't need to be a certified lawyer in order to understand how the government cannot screw you over.
Right.
This is so frustrating.
Basically, so simplify the laws, make it you even limit the amount of pages a specific law or a complete branch of the government can be, right? So you just have things that the average citizen can understand, right? And the average IQ of the U.S. is 100. So you have an 100 IQ and you can't understand the law. That's not good. That's not ideal. So we have a simplified system, and we take the tax code from 70,000 pages to a sentence. It's actually kind of beautiful if you think about it.
It's beautiful.
70,000 pages and making
very complicated.
What?
That's going to be very, very complicated, very, very long process. Cleaning up the government.
I'm not saying it's going to be an easy process, but it's a necessary process if we want America to survive the next 1,000 years.
The problem is, a good 50% of America disagrees with you on that point.
Then deport them and charge them with being an enemy of the people.
Oh my God. The solution to everything. Deport them and charge them as an enemy of the people.
Well, okay, what would you do? 50% of America doesn't want America to stay America. Does that sound like someone that would you want in your country?
So I think what you're talking about is like 50% are not constitutional are not to be Tommy Lawrence and say you're constitutional. But are you saying like by voting records? Because I think half of America votes, and then half of that half votes to not be constitutionalists.
A third of America votes, and half of that.
A third of America.
Yeah, a third of America. We have 300 million people. Only about 100 million people voted in this last election. 50% of them voted for America to stay America, and 50% of them wanted America to be a corporation. So
not even 50, because like if Trump does not pass the constitutionalist
he
test.
doesn't, and that's unfortunate. You see, I'm not that happy with Trump. I'm really not. It's just he was so much better than Hillary. It was like a honeymoon phase, like when you get into a relationship and you're so happy, right? I got into a relationship with my president. I was like, yeah, we're going to make America great again. Why are you tweeting this? What are you doing? Stop it. No.
And then you get into your first fight.
And then we get into our first fight. Yeah, it's dumb. It's dumb. It's just he's not the choice I would have had. I feel like it has to be a forceful change, because basically what will happen if we do all this immediately, there will be chaos, right? Right? Can we all assume
the free market will fix itself?
No. Understand, the free market will fix itself. So if we do all this immediately, right? Eliminate welfare, everything. What are the people going to do? What do you think the people who rely on welfare are going to do? Do you think they're going to stay in the U.S.?
They're going to break more Starbucks windows.
Grandfather people in?
No. We give the police the power to prevent that. That's ridiculous. There shouldn't be any destruction.
I'm not going to lie. A few things here and there that you've said sound pretty authoritarian.
How is that authoritarian to want a population to be... I can show you my political test. I'm very far from authoritarian.
I know.
It's just an ugly truth. This is a problem that should have never happened. This is something that the founding fathers did not expect to happen. It requires a drastic solution. And I'm sorry that if that sounds authoritarian, but really it's not. We're not forcing the people to leave. I was joking about charging people with being an enemy of the people, right? The Congress, sure.
Oh, really? That was a good idea.
Absolutely. But the citizens, no. All we have to do is make it so they don't want to stay in the U.S. They'll move on their own. They'll leave. If they can't get welfare checks, they'll leave.
They'll go to Denmark, and then they'll realize it's not as good as they all thought it was, and they won't have enough money to go anywhere else.
Let the people kill the government. We're not killing them. We're just arresting them. Okay, relax. Calm down.
I agree. That's a good idea. I mean, if we're gonna take away their money, we can at least give them one thing for free: free showers.
Wow. Okay, hold on. Mr. Johnson says, "Shut up." So where shut up, Alex. So where did I lose you?
The fact that you've been ranting for like 20 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah, I'd have to say that's probably where.
I
Yeah.
see. I apologize. God, I was under
No,
the
it's all good.
impression I'm crazy. I'm crazy, right? I was under the impression that
I
this
thought
was
this
my
was your
stream.
stream for a
I'm
second.
so
Yeah.
yeah, I thought it was my stream. Y'all had like a 20-minute conversation, you and him too. Let's not forget what you were talking about, the Great Depression. And I was just like, okay. I tried to chime in.
Yeah,
and
I was like,
y'all just kept like, I was
the
like,
guys are
okay,
right
you know
there.
what? I will have my time. So here you go. How about everyone? I'll let y'all have a turn. You know, I'll just sit back and watch my channel burn in flames.
No, I think you're onto some good points, but like one thing to consider is that once you remove the welfare incentive, what'll happen is that there'll be another free market incentive. And so the immigrants that would want to come to America and the people that would stay in America would be very if they're very pro free market, they're trying to start their own business, they're not going to want more government regulation unless they're a very large corporation who can deal with all the lawyers and everything like that.
Exactly.
So
we're
yeah, so like the immigrants that would
without
come would be
people out.
very well educated, or they would be the inventors that we're used to in human history, and everything like that. So that would be another thing. And then maybe like grandfather in the people. I haven't heard a lot of solutions to the people who would be reliant on welfare, for example, but like maybe grandfather them in would be a solution, and then the next
Grandfather
generation.
them. No, that doesn't work. That's not going to work. It's again, it's an unfortunate truth, but they're just going to have to leave. That's it. Unless they're able to find a way. You know, they can't be grandfathered in. You know, they can't just be part of suddenly. That's going to
Or private social safety nets.
They basically they'd have to rely on charities, and if they are unable to accumulate funds from the charities, then they just move. You know, removing these people from America is unfortunate, but these people should not have been here in the first place. So, sorry, we're rectifying what was wrong. Majestic Gabe says, less government, but it still has its uses. Yes, I'm not an anarcho-capitalist. I am not for anarchy. I'm not like the libertarian that says, you know, private organizations can make the roads, man. Just no government, man. Just we got to take down the government, man. You know, I'm not like that because I'm not dumb. It is human nature to create a hierarchical society, right? There has to be someone in authority because basically, if there's not, it just falls apart. It's not a sustainable system. Even I was making this argument before, and I kind of forgot how I phrased it. But let's say there was, I don't remember. But basically, the argument said that even the slightest amount of authority is technically a government, right? That's the definition of a government, right? Governments are created when you have one people being represented by a few.
Yeah.
To you know to with a specific goal in mind, right? Even if you had private organizations, right? If they would become the government, and we would be in absolute corporatism, which would be terrifying. So we need a government, and we need a government to be separate from corporations. But we need a very, very small government, right? That's not the. I'm definitely pro as small government as humanly possible, but being able to uphold our place economically, retain military strength until we are able to move all the industry back into the U.S. Once we move industry back into the U.S., we can withdraw and basically just protect our sovereign grounds. And then other countries that are incapable of keeping themselves afloat, survival of the fittest takes in, and they crumble.
I just want to give you props for saying corporatism instead of what's the one that uses corporate capitalism?
Crony capitalism?
Crony. I'm glad you're using corporatism and not crony capitalism, because someone pointed out that corporatism takes all the capitalism out of capitalism. So it shouldn't even have the word in it, crony capitalism.
Right.
Because it's just, yeah. So I just want to give you props for saying corporatism instead of crony capitalism.
I used to make the mistake before. I will admit that I used to call it crony capitalism a lot, but I learned and I continued to use corporatism as the term. So it's well, thank you for thanking me. You know,
Yes.
You're welcome. You're welcome for saying correct things. You know.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Let's see, Alex. You seem
What's
like
the
you
other
own a
one?
fidget spinner. I don't own a fidget spinner. The way I entertained myself was twirling my pencil, so I didn't really need a ball bearing to do that. That just seemed too easy. Like I wanted like a higher level of dexterity. There's always been things that were like fidget spinners in the past, you know. So fidget spinner, the idea of a fidget spinner isn't new, but I just use pencils. And something else I do is I have my key ring on my thumb, and I'll be walking in, and then I'll like twirl my keys like that, and just kind of do that all the time. That's my fidget spinner. You know, it's it's something that I already owned, right? A pencil, a pen, a keys, wallet, you know, whatever you can kind of twirl in your hand and just kind of entertain yourself. Fidget spinners, that's an interesting topic, fidget spinners. And it's interesting.
Back to this.
It's actually interesting because the problem with fidget spinners is that there are people who actually like have uses for them, right? So the people who aren't autistic are getting them. And they become a distraction in school. Now, before there were gadgets that people had that were like this, you know, whether there were magnets or ball bearings or stuff like that. That children with specific learning disabilities, or specifically ADHD, used in class to kind of stay multi-focused in a way. But because of the rise of fidget spinners, that has made the school like it's become like an apparent distraction, which means they banned it, which is a problem for the people who actually were using it silently and not in a distracting way. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
Continue on. I just wanted to go on a tangent with that.
Well, that's funny because my little sister came home one day and she was like, "Everyone in my class has fidget spinners. I've lost them to the dark side."
I want your sister. Do you want to trade sisters? My sister has like 14 fidget spinners.
Oh God, no, I like mine. Thank you, but no thank you.
Mr. Johnson asks me to go on a 30-minute rant talking about fidget spinners. That's totally what I got. Exactly.
Go ahead, but I'm going to leave if that happens.
No. I was just kidding. I'm just messing with him because he said, "OMG, Alex, do not go on for 30 minutes talking about fidget spinners." I wasn't.
I got a rant
now.
If you want useless rants, I got one for you.
Okay.
Think of the word regardless. You would use regardless. Use regardless in a sentence, right?
But regardless of the outcomes, exactly. I would like to do that.
So let me ask you, what is the definition of irregardless?
Oh, it's not oh my God, it's not a word. Whoever used it as a word first is an idiot.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
If you look up the definition of irregardless, the definition is regardless.
Yeah.
One word.
Yeah, it's dumb.
It's kind of like how someone was saying like, "Oh, you can just say octopuses as the plural of octopi." I'm like, that's wrong. It's octopi. So like the dictionary will say like both. It'll say like, "Oh, you can say octopuses and octopi as the plural."
It's like, no, don't enable stupidity. Octopi.
Don't enable it.
I feel we've reached a point where like books and educational things, you have to take everything with a grain of salt, like a dictionary now, because definitions are being changed to mean what they don't mean.
Well, they added mansplaining to the Webster Merriam Dictionary. Merriam-Webster Dictionary. Yeah, that's a thing. So we have 12 people watching now, and I just wanted to kind of bring it to attention that apparently only half of the audience that is currently watching actually likes the stream. Because we got 13. We got 6 likes, but 13 people watching. So I apologize if you don't like the stream, but you know, you can also go.
Well, maybe they like it. Like I will frequently watch videos that I like, but I won't like them unless I save them. So it's like, yeah, but it's like, so don't worry, guys. If you don't like this enough to save it into your liked videos, then well, that's fine.
Someone took a like out. That's funny. Whoever did that, put in the chat. Oh, there you go. Grin Reaper of Trolls. Oh, I'm the first like. I'm the first dislike. Oh, I'm sorry, Grin. He's mad because I didn't put him in the stream. He asked to get on the stream. Like, hey, can
How
I join
dare
you on the
you.
stream? I was like, nah.
How dare you not put Grin in?
Well, I didn't want like a 4-person conversation. Like,
What's
I
wrong
don't
with that?
because he's like he's been on a lot of different streams, and I also wanted more like what I've noticed is that before I didn't realize I was going to have like 13, 14 viewers. Before there was a stream where there were like 3 people in the call, and like 2 people watching the stream. So it was just a very interesting phenomenon. But no, Grin, we'll put you on another stream. This is not a problem. You deleted most of the ones I was in. That is true, but there will always be streams in the future.
Yeah, you're probably gonna delete this one.
I'm not gonna delete this one.
Imagine how easy it would be for someone to clip out the fact that you said to deport people who didn't agree with your systems.
I hope they do.
You hope they do?
Yeah, I hope they do. It's
Weren't
fun.
you telling me about how you wanted to run for office at some point in your future?
Yeah, but people aren't stupid. If someone did that, all I would have to do is pull back the actual clip and just air it on TV and just be like, "Oh, this is what I actually said."
I do not have that much faith in humanity. People aren't stupid.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I would.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
CNN is actually, when I was in the airport, CNN was on every television, and I was like, oh, so this is where people get their news when they're going places. People can't be.
Keep in mind, everyone at the airport's waiting for 2 hours for a layover. They're pretty much all on their phones on much worse websites anyway.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. But every place of business was like, oh, I'm just gonna get people to sit down. CNN.
I'm not personally worried that
if I
people
owned
will
a
take
bar,
me
I'd
out of
play CNN
context
all the
because
time.
that's going to happen regardless. So it's just not a concern. If they do, I just don't care. And if I lose because of it, I don't care. I'm not gonna like tiptoe around things that I want to talk about online. That was the purpose of making my channel, is to just shoot opinions out there, right?
Gotcha.
So if I'm gonna have to censor myself just because someone might take me out of context, I'm not gonna be able to say anything.
Like a philosophy class.
I'll tell you what, CNN. If I owned a bar, I'd play CNN all the time, and I'd do a thing. All your liquor's on me if you can take 15 minutes of the CNN shot game. You know that?
I don't know the
CNN shot game.
Take a shot every single time they say Trump, Russia, or impeach.
Oh my God! Oh no, I would be dead. I would die.
I can't even drink one shot. So because medically. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like heartless man.
Okay, so let me preface this by saying this was in another country where the drinking age is whenever you can walk up to the bar. But I know for a fact that when I'm drinking shots, I can take quite a bit. But let me say with all confidence that would kill me. 15 minutes. Damn.
So,
the official game's an hour, but I'm not going to make people go through that.
Oh my God.
I have 3 dislikes now. This is the most disliked video I ever have.
How many do you have?
Reaching more milestones every minute.
Yeah, I do. It just keeps transcending, It's just, I have 101 subscribers. I had 14 people watching the stream at one point. I have 3 dislikes. OMG, Alex, you're such a beta. Can't even drink.
The dude has half a heart.
Yeah, kind of eliminates that.
Wait, what swear word did I say? I forgot what swear word I said.
Oh,
you
can't say swear words. They're just so bad. No.
Okay, honestly, since this is your stream, let me just say I don't swear on my own channel, but I will swear on other people's channels. Do not test me. I just don't know what swear word I said. Oh, I said CNN. That was my swear word, apparently.
She said CNN.
You're a horrible person.
Oh.
Like, oh, my mother might come across this, and wow, I just don't want her to let her know I have such a potty mouth.
So I'm gonna play kind of dumb, and I'm gonna say that people disliked it seriously. I want to know who disliked it and why are you disliking the stream? I want to know the argument.
You're playing really dumb.
Because you said that you have no dislikes, and so they wanted to test you.
Right. But I want to see, does anyone actually have a legitimate argument? I'm curious because I want there to be that kind of discourse on the stream. Discord.
I don't think anyone would.
Just any. I mean, y'all can continue. Yeah, and feel free to use all the adult, inappropriate, devil's language that you possibly want
There you go. Gabe's got
on the stream.
Fuck. That's all I want.
I've got an even worse one. You ready?
I'm ready.
MSNBC.
Wow. Hey. Wow.
You're such a CBS.
What if your mother saw this?
We need
I'll go ask her right now. She's at home.
Let's see.
Oh, don't.
Adam says we need more feet. That's enough reason for dislike.
I'm not showing my feet. Foot bags, get out.
If y'all can move all the dislikes to likes, I will post a picture of my foot on Twitter.
Oh my god.
No.
No? It's a foot. No. Relax.
That's just so weird.
I know. But people have been asking for it.
It's the largest.
I just don't care. Fetish. Yeah, it's the largest fetish. Oh, we got one of them. We only got two left. Come on.
The what fetish?
The largest, most popular.
Mr. Johnson says. Mr. Johnson says, "OMG, Alex, stop with the dumb voice, man." I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, wait, Mister, you had a bunch of questions to ask. Why you had you? I think earlier in the stream you asked you wanted some you wanted some advice or something.
Yeah, he kept saying a lot of things, but you were ranting for too long. I kept wanting to answer some of the stuff.
Well, I didn't see them because my chat was kind of messing up. It just kept moving down like all the way to the end.
CNN.
Wow.
That's creative.
You know what? Like the things that the jokes about me leaving all the time, I didn't get those before I started the channel, and then a bunch of people started making jokes about me leaving all the time. And then I realized that my last name kind of sounds like leaving. That's the first time in my life where someone's made a joke, like made a pun like that on my last name. So like all this stuff about like C-Ann, or like what's the Alexander is the ship name that I don't understand.
Right.
But
understand.
I don't like the cut down word ship. To me, it's just lazy weeaboos who can't say the word relationship because they have speech impediments.
Mr. Johnson says you are disgusting. Agreed. Mr. Johnson also says you're right, Alex, my boy. Sorry to be so rough on you.
I need help. Someone said I need help.
So my question.
You're cool.
Okay, so Majestic Gabe says, my question is your opinion on things like counseling that is government funded. You mean like school counseling or like
what type of counseling? It depends the type of counseling. Nothing should be government funded. None of these programs should be government funded.
There should be like a gumball machine that has fortune cookies in it instead of school counselors. I think that would be much more effective.
That'll be more effective.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And for like every 100 fortune cookies, just have one that says your life is a failure. Just that one. I would do that. I don't know about you. I'm a horrible person like that.
Let's see. Well, there's no way that's going to happen, mister. So I guess I'm going to keep it dislike. I'm scrolling back because I'm trying to find what you said. Because you were asking, let's see, you asked me if I was a Trump supporter. Let's see.
and Mister would like to let you know that he switched his dislike to a like in relation to your feet.
In relation
See,
to
I saw that and I was gonna be like, oh, I'll just ignore it, and then
we just
here
have
we
one
are.
dislike now. Who knows who it is? I can't.
Take a wild
Oh,
guess.
Mister, I'm looking for who. Wild guess. Anne? Is it you?
What?
Is it you? Were you the last dislike?
No. I wish it were. I wish it were now, but it's not.
That's funny. That's funny. Oh man.
Someone says
Mister,
"Can't be with me."
Where's your comment?
Bless
Where's
you.
your
Oh,
question?
that's too kind.
You said you asked for my advice for something, but I don't know what was the question.
I think we covered it. Was it a thing
Is
about
it-
like his cousins on healthcare or something?
It was some flattery. You were like, oh, your wisdom. It was so sweet. But what's the actual question? Let's see. Huh. So anyway, well, what's new? Anyway, anyone have any questions? Anyone have any topics? We've covered a good bit, and we have about an hour left. In case
Mr. Johnson.
he forgets.
And
He wanted a
hide your
Q&A.
children, hide your wife. He's going after you.
Yeah. I got it. I got a dude, Mr. Johnson. I don't think he'd like me showing my feet to everyone.
I thought you were gonna keep that. I thought you were gonna keep the mystery going.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck! I'm sorry. I just made that a passing joke. Okay.
It's me, guys. We're dating. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Is it?
totally.
Is it?
Oh yeah, totally.
We should.
Totally.
You probably could have written that
100%.
off too, but you had to throw it down the train with the sarcastic voice.
I know. I did. It was my. Well, wait. You're
Think of how
saying
many problems that-
I could have written the fact that we were dating off?
Yeah, everyone would stop calling you a beta.
Yeah, but I don't really.
No,
care.
I'm not gonna. Nah, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't want to lie to my audience, and I also don't want because then everything would be talking about our relationship, right? So that would be the only question we'd have. Let me see. What was the Alex? I need advice on how to not pick up chicks.
Continue watching this stream.
We'll come back with the secret in the after the advertisements. The sponsor of this stream is Apple, continually cucking to its corporatist ideas.
Also, your new iPhone, you don't even have a power charging jack anymore. You have to buy a new one every single time the battery dies.
The new iPhone is so revolutionary. It has no ports. Now,
Speaker.
someone would ask, does it have a wireless charging?
It
No.
would respond.
You have to replace it every time that it loses battery. And it loses battery in 2 hours.
Courage, guys. Courage.
Courage.
Does your new iPhone come with a screen? And to questions like that, we respond, courage.
The screen is $180 accessory to the phone.
I think techie jokes are lost on Anne.
What?
I think it is.
What jokes?
Sorry, I was typing something in the chat. What was the joke?
Nothing. We were just making fun of Apple.
Yeah, Mr. Johnson says.
I mean, I'm all for it.
If Alex dates Anne, I will officially acknowledge him as an alpha. When I just, if I started dating anyone, that does it have to be Anne? Why Anne?
Because I am the alpha woman.
You're the.
I don't know.
You're the conservative woman ideal. You're what all men aspire to have in their lives.
Hell yeah. How to go from a 6 out of 10 to an 8 out of 10. Be conservative and make a sandwich on YouTube.
Yeah. Alex, stop. Alex, bruh, stop.
I'm going to take that advice.
Very bad comedy routine. Oh, now I have to continue it. Let's see. I'm just trying to get the chats going so quickly. I'm just gonna read all. Keep going to tangents. This wasn't technically supposed to be a chat-driven stream. I mean, it
Said
is
at the beginning
but
that it would be.
it was at first. It was going to be multi-topic, and then it was going to be chat-driven. And I kind of fused multi-topic and chat-driven, and now I've lost track of the chats. So I should have just separated the two completely. Let's see. It would be the biggest relationship on YouTube. Absolutely. 100%.
No, I would think June and Greg have the biggest relationship on YouTube that I know of.
Yeah, at least in the community.
Well, keep in mind you hear about the rumors that apparently
Chris and Lacey.
Chris and Lacey. Yeah, they are dating. They are dating, and
Is that confirmed?
I would say just by virtue of it being new and by virtue of it being like two different
how do we know
communities, I would say that could be bigger.
Because that was a Vox.
They confirmed
article.
it.
Was it a Vox article?
They are dating. They confirmed it.
Where did they confirm?
They did confirm it.
They did confirm it.
Chris confirmed it on Twitter.
It's probably not trustworthy.
Wow.
They both.
But it is
true.
true.
Happen? How does Chris? I know he was too left leaning. Oh goodness, how is he dating Lacey? I don't understand it. I just didn't think Chris would do it.
I wouldn't put it past him. He's got the charm.
It's not about the charm. It's about the political ideals.
No, it's about the charm.
It's about the charm.
That's completely irrelevant. There's a Republican and Democratic congressman and women who are married.
How would that happen?
Who knows?
I forget who it is, but it's about the charm.
Like, I've seen some of my relatives are Democrats who are dating Republicans, and they fight on that stuff all the time, and I couldn't imagine living like that. Just like not just like having like a rational discussion, but like fighting, and it gets personal. I could not imagine living like that.
Yeah, I can't. It's kind of hard to imagine fundamental differences like that, because once you get the fundamentals slowly shift your political leanings over time.
Do they have the charm?
If you don't lie to yourself, that's for sure.
I judge people purely on their capability of making toast.
Making toast?
I mean, I see why. Why.
So
that's not just a con name. I actually make a mean toast.
Why did it? Yeah. That's for her to discuss. That's not for me. Let's see. Mister, you have 2 questions. So, what are the questions, Mr. Johnson? What are your 2 questions? And Majestic Gabe said they post lovey-dovey shit all the time, so they really are dating. Yeah. Well.
Yeah, and like Chris also confirmed it, and then so did Lacey.
Wow.
So, okay. Any topics of discussion from y'all guys? You know, like I can't just can't carry the conversation forever.
Here we go. So, Alex, Department of Health and Welfare helps those with mental abilities, makes thousands of jobs, and the people who work there pay taxes.
Okay.
Point?
What's your point?
It's like paying taxes is just they let their salary is based off of their salary is taxpayer money.
Yeah.
And then so they're paying taxes. Yeah.
They're basically paying themselves.
Yeah.
So the Department of Health and Welfare helps those with mental abilities. Mental abilities. They're like super geniuses all over there.
Here we
they
go.
have mental abilities.
Mr. Johnson faces us with the question.
Okay.
I am pro-life, and I respect your position on abortion. What do you say in the case of rape or incest pregnancy?
Rape is not the child's fault. Thus, the mother does not have the option to. Again, one of those unfortunate things. Just kind of like it's tough. It's traumatizing. I understand this, but it's not their decision to to end the life of a child. It's just not for any circumstance. And incest, same thing. Again, unfortunate, and the child is probably going to be have a range of genetic mutations, right? But still
That's
not
a bit far.
a bit far for what? Incest? Not aborting for incest? Why would you? Why would you kill the child?
I'm thinking rape, but okay, go ahead.
Yeah, and incest, same thing. The child is not at fault. It's not, the child does not have a reason to die. And rape, why would you kill the child for rape?
Well,
Like, other than a feelings argument, can you give me something that's other than a feelings argument about killing the child during rape, after rape?
Because if you're pro-life, it's because you think that the fetus is a person and deserves human rights. So there's no moral case that you can make for killing the person if you're pro-life, because you think the fetus is a human being. And
well,
if you're pro-choice, you would say, no, I don't think it's a human being, and so it doesn't matter.
Oh, that's a good point, Adam. One crime should not turn into two. Yes.
You see, I have an argument against that.
Okay, what's your argument?
In the Fairly Odd Parents,
I fucking love
no, let's see where this goes.
Holy shit.
Cosmo says 2 rights don't make a wrong, but 3 lefts do. So if we all take 3 lefts, then
no, but 3 makes a right. That's what he said.
Exactly. No, it's 2 rights don't make a wrong, but 3 lefts do.
No, he said 3 lefts make a right. That was the quote.
Whatever. You're cutting it down.
It's not cutting it down. No, I'm just.
I think what Gabe's trying to say is, should we government fund like counseling for people who are suicidal? I think the idea of like people who are suicidal. I realize there are people with actual problems, but there's an inflated number of people with like depression and that kind of stuff. And I feel that that's the result of this kind of, especially in younger people. That's the result of this kind of get whatever you want whenever you want it.
It's the entitlement generation. It's the generation.
Exactly.
It's because everything became
research...
infinitely more convenient. People felt like entitled to things. So once they didn't get those things or things didn't work out, it's basically it creates like this faux, without any justification, depression. At least in some cases. I'm not going to say all of them. Nor am I going to say most of them. I'm just going to say there are a number of cases. The significant rise in depression from the younger generations is most likely
Gabe, but...
going to be caused by the age of convenience and our inability to approach it correctly.
You're still developing.
Yeah.
Well, he says it's because of chemical imbalances, which is correct. But chemical imbalances can be caused during childhood due to poor development. No, I know there are actual people who, like, where there's no way around it. You could be raised the best of the best and still have problems. And I agree that is something we should put money towards. But I don't think there should be, like, an entire, all that should be cut down a bit more. And
that's not the job of government, though. That's not the government's job. That's the job of the private sector. The free market will provide healthcare in all forms, in every form. So what's the argument for why should government have to pay for that? Why should people have to pay for other people that have issues, right? And be forced to. That's the thing. The force, by force. Why should people have to pay for others? Now, charity, volunteerism in charity is a big thing, and it's important to acknowledge that let's say we cut Social Security and we cut welfare, there'd be a lot of new organizations that would pop up, a lot more donations, right, towards them that would help alleviate some of that. Not all of it, which is why a lot of people would move, but at least some of it. That's the argument.
I understand where he's coming from. But I feel if we fix this kind of entitlement generation and raise next generation a bit stronger, the numbers will go down to the point where having an entire, section of the Department of Health dedicated to counseling will become unnecessary.
Right. I agree. Absolutely. Let's see. Trying. Okay. Well, I'll see you later, Gabe. Thank you for.
I think Johnson put in his other question. Let's see. I want to scroll up and see if we can find that.
Yes. Question 2 for Anne.
How much do you make from your YouTube videos? Well,
See,
Anne's in.
actually, what? Go ahead.
Okay. I was just gonna say you were in a heated conversation with this man as a current.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't want to interrupt that. You only want me for the feed. That is a quote for the ages.
Which one?
You only want me for my feed. As soon as I read that, all I thought was like cheesy 1950s love drama. Black and
Yeah,
white.
that's what I was going for. Good. It got across. Oh, but like I don't know how much I actually make because the
Anne? She probably got disconnected from the stream.
No, Mr. Johnson broke into the house.
So we can just we'll wait a little bit for Anne.
I'm gonna assume she was gonna say something along the lines of they're demonetized 5 seconds before they're done uploading. Like that's the new thing. They have a bot when you're uploading a video, it detects if it's conservative and then demonetizes it before it comes out.
Yeah, I'm not even going to set it up. I'm not going to set up monetization. I'm just going to set up like a Patreon or something like that, or like a PayPal account that you can donate to and get perks, right?
Perks.
Because now I do have a Discord and I do talk to individual subscribers and we have long conversations and stuff. So you get all the perks now, but once people and y'all will be grandfathered in when my if my subscriber count grows to the amount where I can't talk to every which person, in which they would then pay for that ability.
You got this planned out. I'm just crossing the bridges as they come to me.
I don't have shit planned out. So let me see. Need to step out real quick. Oh, okay.
What if I can convince Anne to give me the beautiful of linking to my channel? Maybe I can get that custom URL. Join the club.
Oh, you want to go on a on one of her streams?
Yeah, get the custom URL, dude.
Get the custom URL, man.
That's all
It's
that
the number
matters.
one prize. Hey,
I mean,
screw the golden play button. It's that custom URL though.
I ain't got nothing to do right now, so honestly, I could just work all day making videos and probably have them. I could have them go daily,
Right.
in a very short amount of time. I'm not going to do that because
same with me. Based on my business, I don't need many clients to make a relatively good living, because I work in technical solutions, so it is fairly lucrative in what people are willing to pay for things to be solved better than Geek Squad.
There's like a video out from some local news network where they unplugged the hard drive from their computer and took it to like private stores and they fixed it easily. They took it to Geek Squad. They couldn't figure it out, and they asked to look at it overnight. And then when they came back to pick up the computer, they told them the computer was completely busted and they would have to buy a new one.
And it was a fake problem. They basically disconnected the hard drive.
Yeah, they disconnected the hard drive.
Yeah,
which is like such an easy fix. Like
So
I'm not particularly techy when it comes to like. I would say I'm higher than average, but I'm not a professional. Probably don't know as much as you do, but it wouldn't take me that long to figure that out.
Well, okay, so basically, I've been for most of my life, I've been naturally adept at figuring out tech. And with that, I've learned in the end of 2015, I learned that I could use that for financial gain. So basically, what happened is, my business is called Intuitive, or part of the name. I'm not going to reveal the whole name yet, but part of the name is Intuitive Solutions. Right. So basically, it's that was your fault, man, Yaku. I have to be there to be able to solve it. I can't really solve problems over the phone, but if I'm there, I can solve the problem. Most problems I've been able to solve with all the clients I've had in under 20 minutes. and the
That's pretty good.
this allows me to do a few things. One of the problems with Geek Squad is they basically train you to do a specific amount of steps, and if they can't accomplish the thing in those steps, then they just give up. They're just like, oh, you can just get a new computer, right? But so what I do is I just
Look
kind
at
of
this sick deal. We'll give you this computer with an i3 from 20 years ago, and it even has a broadband adapter. I know, stunning new technology.
fucking Mister. Look at the chat. So basically, the way I approach things is that I have a wide range of skills. So what they'll do is they'll try to test the application. If the application doesn't work, they'll reinstall the application. If the reinstall doesn't work, they'll reinstall the operating system, and that requires you to purchase a external hard drive to put all your data, or you're going to lose all your data, which they charge you for, and they charge you to move all your data as well. And a lot of people don't really know how to move all their data in bulk at once, so or to back up. So that's where I come in. That's how I do it better than Geek Squad. Is because they're trained to do a certain amount of steps, and if they can't do it, they're done. Each individual situation, I approach differently, which allows me to accomplish a wide range of things, from fixing like office printers, like those big heavy duty office printers, to just an issue with a smartphone, to like installing surround sound and just stuff like that. Various things, various degrees of complexity. I remember one of the times that, just for fun, and I did it with my family, and and that was kind of what inspired me to monetize this skill. And basically what happened is my uncle had an issue with his printer, and we called the manufacturer of the printer to solve it. And we were talking to them for 45 minutes. And basically, I just wanted to play a game. I wanted to see if they could do it, if they could fix it. And I didn't do any of my steps before. I didn't approach any of the I listened to what they wanted me to do, and I did it. Took 45 minutes, still couldn't fix it, and they said, we can't help you. We apologize, right? So I hang up the phone, I approach the printer, and within about 5 minutes, it's fixed. Right. So that's the difference between me and people who are specifically knowledgeable about certain products. And that's just a natural talent of mine, and I've been able to build a business out of it, and it continues to expand. But
okay, so
that allows me to kind of have a lot of free time on my hands, so I can really invest in my channel. It's more of a psychological issue that I haven't really delved into content lately. Before, it was because I was sick, and before that it was because there were always reasons, but I don't really have any reasons now. So I will be producing content in the next week. You will have a video in the next week, if not in the next couple of days. And I apologize for my complacency and laziness.
I have a question for you, since you're so techie.
Yes.
With my microwave, when I set it to 1 minute,
Okay.
why does it go from 1.00 to 59 instead of 1.00 to 99?
99?
Doesn't make any sense.
Why would it do that? It's not 100.
I went to high school. I know this. I know that it's supposed to go. It doesn't on decimal places. You're not supposed to go from 1.00 to 1.59. It's supposed to go from 1.00 to 1.99. I know I'm well versed. I'm good at math.
Everyone wants to be added into a stream. You know what? I'll make a stream in the next couple of days and just let a bunch of people on, okay?
That's gonna be chaos.
Well, the few Yaku and Grin, right? Those two. So they'd just be an extra two.
Now, Anne, you were gonna answer Johnson's question before he broke into your house and tore your feet off.
Oh God, is that what happened?
Exactly.
That's what we're going with.
All right. I mean, that's fair. So The last month was the only one where I had gotten I'd hit the above 100 mark, and so I got and that was because of the gender studies video that I did. So I got like $200 from it, and then I used all of it to buy a camera. So I got $0 from the channel.
What'd you buy?
The camera that I use.
What camera?
Oh, the type of camera?
Yeah.
It's a Sony C.
I think I already know. Is it a camcorder or is it a specified photo camera?
It's a camcorder.
Then I know. I exactly know pretty much on the dot of what kind of camera you're talking about because I know the price.
Yeah, the CX240. Yeah.
Yeah. Little. I know the price range. I know the company.
Yeah, I used all the money that I got.
I mean, those things are little workhorses. I'll tell you what. I mean, people like when they're starting out YouTube have some sort of strange obsession with buying, like a multi-purpose camera, like $1,000 Canon, and you really don't need that. If you buy a camera especially for video filming, you're not gonna have any sort of issues. In fact, if you're trying to make a YouTube video, it'd probably be better because you're not gonna need the photo options anyway.
Yeah, and I usually, what I do for lighting is there's a dresser with the printer in it next to the, like these big glass screen doors next to my porch, so I use that for the lighting. The video camera, I use it for the visual and the audio, and it's just fine. So the average video doesn't cost me all that much to make.
Yaku asks if you would want to join the next stream. If I do a stream and involve more people in.
When would be the date?
I have no idea. This is just a hypothetical right now.
Yeah, just text me.
Yeah, will do.
Oh no, that's not good.
You hear that, guys? I have her number. We are officially dating. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, totally.
You can't have a girl's number unless you're dating her. It just isn't possible.
That explains why I don't have my mom's number.
I was asking her about it, and she wasn't giving me an answer, but now I know.
She suddenly seemed so grossed out, and she called me an ancestral perv. I wonder why.
That's taking a bit too far.
It's a bit too far. Not too much.
Everyone wants to join with Anne. Yeah, we were actually talking earlier about having the gentleman toaster wanted to know if you would be open to doing streams with him when he starts producing content.
No, that's not what I said. I said maybe we could do a stream and she could put my link in the description and it'd boost me to help.
Right.
I ain't taking this lightly. I know exactly what I'm asking for.
Yeah.
Come on, give me the what is it? The custom URL.
Give me the custom URL.
Custom URL.
Oh, that sexy custom URL. At least it's a lot easier to get to the channel now. You can bypass the search.
Well, it's funny. When I first looked for your channel, I couldn't find it, but then I typed in beta male cuck and it came up instantly.
Then I typed in beta male cuck. I think it was my last stream where the one because Anne had a stream and it's called like random or randomness, and my last stream was randomness continued, right? And the description says it says it in the third person because I like doing that every now and then because it's funny and dumb. And it says Alexander finally admits he's a beta male cuck, right? So that was great. But I don't think once in the stream did I talk about beta male. I don't remember. Maybe I did.
Yeah, you did.
I did?
Yeah, when you were responding to us calling you a beta male.
No. That was an Ann stream. I'm talking about the post-stream stream, the one I did on my channel after her stream.
I don't know.
Right. So.
I don't really remember.
Let's. Whew. So you're basically asking to be a parasite. You want to leech off of Ann's channel?
Well, I'm leeching off you to leech off Ann. You're just a stepping stone.
I'm just
once I get what I want, Once I get what I want, you will be eliminated from the picture.
I'll become obsolete.
You would have served your purpose.
Wow.
Nice.
That's great.
This is my first time talking to the gentleman toaster, so he's not leeching off of me yet.
I wonder how I can. Oh, there's an option. It says eject. You want me to press the button?
Let's think this over.
Let's think this through. You know what? I was
Whoa,
wrong.
whoa.
You are not obsolete.
Not too rash here.
Yeah.
Well, you were never in the times to begin with, so I don't know how you could become obsolete. I'm just joking. Calm down. It's just joke, comrade. Make funny joke.
No, Petrov. I don't get jokes.
Pedro, this is stolen. What do you talk to? Do you not know accent, comrade?
My father was the jokester. Yeah. Duh.
Wow, you guys are culturally appropriating my culture right now, and I really cannot. I just can't believe it.
Oh, you're Russian.
Yeah.
Yes,
They make good blend.
they make good Russians. You
My
see.
father, his name was Petrov. His father before
Honestly,
his name Petrov. I had a daughter. I named her Potato because
Yeah,
there's
let's
only
name it
two
right.
names in Russia.
I don't
There is
put it-
Potato and Petrov.
I'm not the name from the Lieven though. That's my
Yeah.
full name. But so I honestly fulfill the stereotypes of every single Russian in the world. Let me see how many Russian nesting dolls I have in this room. 4. I have 4 Russian nesting dolls in my room.
Oh. How many bottles of vodka do you have?
Well, not anymore. None anymore.
I love how
Oh, you've already counted.
Mister, why
How
do you
many
hate
have
my
you
stupid
got?
voices?
Yeah.
Stop, the voice is not funny.
Stop, the voice is not funny.
You got a problem with it now, then, chap?
Nice.
If only Petrov gave a shit.
I actually thought about doing that. Is just doing my entire channel with a British accent and then never explaining why I did that. Just the entire channel just always be this.
Why?
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Gentleman Toaster, and I'm back with a new video. And today we're going to be talking about why Brexit was the best decision the UK ever made since giving up on fighting the war with the colonies.
Giving up on fighting the war with the colonies.
Nice.
Before surrendering to the colonies.
Twice.
Do it like I want somebody to do like an anti-SJW channel where like they do a different accent every episode.
I could do that.
Just
I'm not
yeah,
bad for accents.
there you go. And then never explain. Be like, and then people be like, "Oh, where are you from? Are you based in the United States?" And just never say. And then do like Australian and Cockney and Irish and Scottish and whatnot, and then do like Cajun Bayou for what
What's
episode?
up, guys? Today we're back with another video. Now I'm going to try to make this one real quick because I got some shrimps on the barbie. But today we're going to be talking about.
That's not bad.
Oh, it's great.
I'm professionally. I have a license in my wallet. It says professional cultural appropriator.
Brilliant.
Yes.
You know, it's that'd be really interesting if you did all your content on your channel with a British accent. I totally
I thought about doing it because, like I said, I got another channel, and like I wanna. If that channel ever gets big, I don't want to associate it with this channel because I don't want to get my political side and my non-political side like mixed up. So I thought if I did a British accent since the start, and then just like never explained it, that I might be able to pretend that I'm just two different people, and no one would ever be able to make the connection. But now that I'm on the stream, I guess that's down the drain.
Well, who knows? I might do what I did with all my other streams and just delete it.
Yeah, you'll delete it.
I'm too trigger happy with the delete button.
I privatized a lot of my older videos. Just
I
here's a tip for
privatize
you.
my economy.
Never let a young child onto the internet in the late 2000s with a camcorder.
Adam has a very legitimate idea right here.
Thank you,
read it.
Johnson. I love it.
Or
I had a-
Adam says, or run a YouTube channel where you write a script and abduct different college kids to read it every episode.
Well, you see, here's the problem with that is I do already do that. It's just they never survive the car ride because my professor was telling me about the dangers of emissions. So I have a thing where instead of pumping all the gas and all that out the exhaust and into the environment, hurting the seagulls, I just pump it into the back of the truck or SUV, I guess.
You're like
And
Elon Musk over here.
yeah, all right.
Contributing. But each Tesla battery is the equivalent of 20 years on a Range Rover. But no, he's really helping the environment.
I've got it sectioned off from the rest of the truck, so just the back is where it all comes in because it's kind of like a truck, but it's got like an SUV cover over the bed,
Right.
So I've got that sectioned off, and then when there's enough, I fill it into propane tanks and I use it to power my grill.
Oh. It's like I'm taking you serious. Like, oh, okay, that's very interesting.
I don't think exhaust fumes are actually flammable, but that'd be very cool if you could do that.
No, I mean they consist a lot of carbon monoxide.
I don't think it's weird. I am weird, but I think my friend put it best is that I don't ever like exemplify the fact that I'm making a joke. I'll say a joke just the same as I would say anything seriously.
Same here.
People will never truly get the fact that I'm joking.
A lot of the things. So I make jokes, and I'll kind of like I'll make it seem like it's a joke, but there are other jokes that are still jokes that I'll say completely serious. So no one ever knows. No one ever knows. It's just it's the complete disconnect. It's just it's great. It's grand.
You know what? Forget custom URLs. My channel goals is to get to the point where I can have people draw fan art of muscular toasters wearing bow ties and hats.
I'm looking forward to fan art too. I even have a section of I have an idea for the name of a video series for fan art, specifically fan art, and I'd call it the Posts of Alexandria.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you missed it. We were having a whole conversation about.
Yeah, I have. No, let me read it off. I have all the series here. Let's see. So first, I have the Toasts of Alexandria, which is channel milestones. Then I have the Boasts of Alexandria, which is basically just, I don't know, low-key bragging. Then I have the Roasts of Alexandria, where I argue against comments. Then I have the Posts of Alexandria, where I have the, post office box and stuff like that. Then I have the Hosts of Alexandria, which will become like a multi-person podcast.
Yeah, that was my idea.
Yeah, it was. Thank you for that one.
I'm taking credit.
Honestly, I love fan art. It's like I've gotten like a few pieces here and there, and they all like I'm like, wow, you put time and effort into that, and that's really cute.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
You get fan art? Well, Majestic Gabe gave you some fan art, and you have yet to post it on your channel. He's been asking me, when are you gonna post the autistic version of Ghosts of Alexandria?
God.
Oh, I do have to do that.
I'm worried about what that is.
Don't be. All right, this is my favorite. It just says everything's gone to shit.
That's pretty good.
I like that one. This one was like from a Spanish. It was like Spanish Anne from our first. So this is kind of fan art of you too, Alexander. You're the best.
Oh yeah. Oh really? Oh wow, that's so cool.
Yeah. And then I got this one.
That's fucking
from the Thug Life.
Oh my god, I'm so much happier about that than I would possibly have expected me to be. Someone drew me. Wait, who drew that one? Who drew the one with my bust?
Oh, he signed it, but I can't read it. This one?
Man, yeah. No, the one with the bust.
It was a Spanish, and then I'm Spanish Anne here.
Someone drew you with
but
holding me. That's great.
Yeah, this one's funny because it's Thug Life from the
it's
video on racism, and everyone thought I was dressing like that to pander to my people of color audience.
People of color don't use their terms.
Yeah, I know. They said that's what they said. There was an exact comment where it says, "I like how you're dressing like that to appeal to your people of color audience."
That's funny because I don't know if they had put a Cuban, if they instead of a sombrero put a Cuban cigar or a Colombian cigar, that would
Hey,
have been
I'm
great. Or like
Cuban.
the mafia, like put like an AK-47 in that. That would
Or
have made
more
it
than just
perfect.
cigars.
That fan art is great. I want to know who did that. I want to thank them because that was really cool.
I think his name is John. I don't remember his last name, but I know what his I know what his Twitter thing looks like.
Okay, send me that and I'm gonna follow him.
Yeah,
I
I'll
wish I
send
knew how to draw.
Because
I mean, I do.
that's
but-
really cool with the whole holding the bust. Like I didn't even imagine. Like that's such a cool. I know it's my profile picture is the bust, right? But I never thought of my caricature would be just people holding my bust and my bust being in different rooms, right? I just couldn't. I couldn't imagine that. And yeah, he has the glasses on it, the thug life glasses. Oh, it's great. Holy shit.
Wait, can I? Oh, I can upload files. I think to the private chat. Yes, I can.
Yes,
Oh,
mister, I have breasts.
You can screen share.
Absolutely.
Now I just want to show you a picture of precisely, well, not precisely, but close to what I want me to be represented as, and I don't think I have it on my computer.
Hey guys,
Oh, there it is.
everyone in the chat, you can send me art and I'll post it on the channel and I'll post it on Twitter too. Like, mister, you said I can draw better than that. Prove it. I want to see your drawing. I want to see some art. I want to see some fan art. I fucking love fan art. It's the idea of it's just
There
great.
you go. That's perfect.
I mean, you saw how ridiculously giddy I became when I saw that Anne has one with me in it. I didn't think they would include me. It's great. She's fucking holding the bus. I don't know. I'm never gonna get over that. I'm a sucker for fan art. I'm a sucker for art in general.
My friend's in Colombia right now, actually, and she went to a Colombian art museum where one of the select pieces is a bunch of plush snakes sitting on a table.
Sounds like Colombia.
I purposely spell Colombia wrong. You know how there's two ways to spell it?
Right.
There's the British Columbia, which is with the U, and Colombia in South America, which is the O. And I can make a strong argument on why spelling it with the U makes more sense, because it does. Because you don't say Colombia, you say
Colombia.
Colombia. But whatever.
Columbine.
I purposely just misspell it to annoy her.
So, mister, you said, okay, I'll draw something for you, Alex. Oh boy, I don't know what I'm getting into.
You see what Trolls is saying about your complexion there.
Yeah, like my face honestly is not oily right now. It's just that my lighting is garbage. But that's fine.
We were talking about Colombia and Colombia in Discord. Let me in.
Wait,
Oh,
were we? I
Gwen.
don't remember.
Yeah. Yeah, all
Did
of
I
y'all
already
can
do-
go into my Discord too. Does anyone here not have the Discord server?
I don't.
Because y'all all can talk to me. Let me pull it up. Hold on. So if you just join the server and pop in anytime, like sometimes I'll be available and we can talk and stuff.
Yeah,
It's
but
just-
like,
It's the beauty of having a smaller subscriber count because I really can do it with like pretty much all of my subscribers.
there you go. You need only one more person to fulfill the chosen 10.
I do. I need one person to fulfill the chosen 10, and then I'll give everyone a role, and they'll be locked on to. Well, one of them is actually from a different server, so it's not really a subscriber. So I gotta.
So you need
So
two
it's
more
actually 2 people, or actually no, 3 people. 3 people will be the. Let me share my channel. So Mister, I know I can imagine you're gonna do some troll art, which I am totally down with. But you got to understand your obligations where you say, I can draw better than that. So you have to draw a near identical picture. It's just, you have to. There's no choice. You don't have free will. Free will is an illusion.
Tracing.
Let me, let's see.
But you see that? You guys see the image I put in the I guess the group chat? I don't know what really call it. That is what. I wish I could put it in the full-on chat for the stream, but they won't let me upload images.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I can put it in the group chat between the 3 of us. But that image, which is done very shoddily in my spare time with my phone's photo editor, But yeah, that's basically
Google Drive access denied.
Oh, that's stupid.
Oh wait, hold on. Switch accounts. It won't let me switch my account. That's unavailable unless you sign out of all Google account. Yeah, just send me on Discord. I don't know. It wanted me to join with my personal email, and I can't do that. So
all right, I'll send it to you in a bit. I'm in the middle of an enticing game right now.
Let me try to find. Oh, how do I share my server? It always changes, or it seems like it always changes. Like I can share my general. I can share the general chat, but I'm just trying to share the server in general.
No, that's
there we go. I'm sorry, I found it. Never mind. This is again intuitively, so I don't actually know, but I figure it out very quickly. That's the key here.
When it says share general, it means when they join the chat, they will join instantly opening to the general chat. Irrelevantly, it'll always take you straight to the server. You can't just join one chat specifically.
So everyone who is not on the Discord and is interested in like talking to me and stuff like that, and suggestions for the channel or whatever, or talking to each other, here is the invite to Discord. And that will last for a day. So everyone just gets on and then it will expire. Look at the comment. Yaku, hold on. Can I forge you a Colombian knife? You can absolutely forge me a Colombian knife. By all means, please forge me a Colombian knife. I would love a Colombian knife.
We're talking British Colombian or Colombian South America?
South America. So Colombian and Kekistani. That'd be cool. If you were able to do it, like some blade with Kekistan. I love knives. Like I'm a knife kind of guy. Like,
same.
I love blade. Actually, I have the materials to make one. I just haven't yet because it requires a few other processes that I cannot do in my current complex right now. I don't have the liberty to start fires. So
get a furnace.
Yeah, I do have a furnace. I just can't do it in the apartment. I can like legally.
Why not?
Because laws. I like my apartment. I don't want to get kicked out. So basically, I'll be able to do it whenever I go to. First, I want to get a 3D printer, which will allow me to make a mold, and because I do cast forging, just melt everything and then cast it, and so I get a 3D printer so I can just do all these different designs, and then I need to go to Louisiana to my grandparents to have the ability to just like start a furnace. OMG, just let Grin in. I know Grin really wants to get in. It's funny. I'm sorry, Grin. You're in like every stream. he's just complaining about it. He just triggered. Let's see.
I believe in you, Grin. I think Grin should join.
I made a better drawing of my face. Well, I'll show you if you let me on. Well, I mean, if it's not my face, so why do I care? It's let's see. I'll send it to you on your next stream. I have to get creative. You have two projects, right? One would involve a bust of me, and the other one would involve whatever you want, because it'd be funny. As long as it involves the channel, it just can't be like completely random. Like you can't just do like a dick. Right? I'm not gonna post a dick on Twitter. A drawing or photo. I don't know. Why not?
Can you give me one good reason?
I can't really. I mean, exactly. If it has to do with the channel, just anything. Look, they just have fun with it. Anyone who wants to do a drawing, just have absolute fun. There's no rules. I was kidding with Mr. before about mandatorily having to do something, but he did say I can draw better than that, so I assume he was going to draw something like it, but just better. So just feel free, anyone, to give me send me fan art. I greatly appreciate, because I love that kind of stuff. And I'll post it on Twitter, and I'll put it in the streams, and I'll let y'all go in the streams too, if y'all do that. That's pretty great.
Y'all.
Well, I'm in Texas, so that's why that's how we say you all. We
I
conjugate
know.
you all.
I say y'all, don't you?
Yeah. I already have an idea. It's going to be awesome. I really hope. Let's see. So we've got fan art, but what about fan fiction? Adam,
No. Don't bring that up.
fan fiction.
Don't stop. You're shooting yourself in the foot.
I'm not shooting myself in the foot. I like fan fiction. I don't care. I do not care, dude. Why do you think I would care? Just give me a reason why I would just like cringe.
Because you seem pretty defensive about other comments relating to you and Anne. And because I'm in the stream and I don't want to be related to this. But now saying I don't want to be related has just shot myself in the foot because now they're gonna relate.
Because it's funny. Like I'm defensive with Anne because it's funny.
In the true South, it's all y'all. I say all y'all a lot. This is upsetting. Well, it's upsetting.
It's the plural of y'all, all y'all. Okay, let's see. So Mr. has a good idea. Adam, what are you referring to when you said good idea? I'm curious.
Hey, I got notification of something. There's a personal emergency. I need to leave.
Oh, okay, Ann. Well, thanks for being on the stream. I guess I'll talk to you later.
It was good to get to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, sorry, I need to. I was expecting. Oh.
No problem.
Yeah.
Personal emergency. You
Okay,
just disappear. It's all good. It's good. We'll talk later.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna head out.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for having me
Yeah,
on.
no problem.
Sure thing.
Okay.
Now we can get Grid on.
In theory.
In theory.
I'm messing with Grid. You realize I'm messing with Grid, right?
I know.
I'm just okay. We actually only have about 20 minutes before I was going to end the stream anyway. So.
How long is this going on now?
It was going to be a 3-hour stream. It's 6 to 9. Pun absolutely intended.
Oh. I've been in streams before, but not quite like this.
So Adam says the fan fiction is a good idea. Yeah, I'm down for fan fiction. Whatever y'all want to create, whatever creative outlet, it'll be fun. Alex caressed the call button, thinking of letting grenade into the chat. I love art. I love, especially if it has to do with my channel. Like that was the first piece of fan art that I saw, and it wasn't even directed to me. And it's just, there's something about it because I do a lot of art myself or artistic things myself that I can really appreciate, like someone putting the effort to doing something like that.
It's funny you say that because I just want to say this.
Yeah.
At my school, they had like a special needs group. And for a very long period of my time at that school and my life, I said that they were artistic because I couldn't pronounce autistic.
Oh, okay.
So that was.
I've made jokes about being autistic. So I went to my family and I did kind of like an accent where I did where I said,
"How's it going,
I'm very autistic. Look at my autistic." It's terrible. It's
what do you call an autistic person who can play guitar?
What?
Acoustic.
That's dumb. Nothing against autistic people, I obviously this is all jokes, and if my channel does explode, I guarantee there's someone's going to take this part out.
I spent enough time on poll to be considered honorarily autist.
Yeah, if anyone brings any shit about me making fun of autistic people, you have to realize that I am autistic medically. So it's like by diagnosis, I am that. So,
which means, according to the progressives, that
I can make fun of it.
No, that you should. Well, yes, but no. I was gonna say that you should be one of the few types that should be allowed to be aborted upon instant. Because it'd be horrible if my child had.
Holy shit! Really?
Yeah, that's a thing.
Oh my god!
You didn't know that?
No.
If the child is
genetically
mentally disturbed or something, and they find out before having the child, they say that's justified abortion.
Yes, I am an autist. I'm gonna do that from now on. I'm gonna say professional autist.
You already fit one of the two criteria of being a good person. or at least on Pole's standards. You know what Pole is, right?
Yes. Yeah, I'm very well of Kyrgyzstan and Pole and the efforts of Pole.
Pole is basically the military of Kyrgyzstan.
The series, He Will Not Divide Us, season 1, 2, 3, and 4. I was very happy to watch.
I'm
great.
upset that they still haven't really found a way to get rid of the season 5 yet.
They've been trolling it though.
I mean, they have, but I mean, you can't stop them. I mean, at this point, they're not. There's nothing to destroy, and the thing is in the middle of an art museum with security guards all around it.
Yeah,
I was hoping they'd find a way to hack the airways. Now it's pretty much confirmed at this point that they're not actually in cabins in the middle of the Finnish wilderness for a month. They're just like they have like a room in their homes probably.
Yeah, it's dumb. It's so dumb.
Still.
I have Google Hangouts open. Can I call? No. Grin, stop it. I'm about to end the stream anyway. It's not even worth it.
Oh my God, Grin, you're like a high-pitched Eric and how he relentlessly tried to get on Howard Stern's show. I do not know who... I know who Howard Stern is. I do not know who high-pitched Eric is.
You like
you know?
And how he relentlessly tried to get a... Yeah, he's funny. He's funny. We're joking with each other, but it like sounds serious. Like he knows he's not going to get on the stream, and I'm making it a big deal as a joke, and he's also wanting to get on the stream. Like he's constantly saying it as a joke. So it's very fun. At least that's what I think he's doing. If he's not, then it's pretty sad.
Well, I need to think of something now. Grin, yes. I think I understand exactly why he's not letting you on. It's because of the Undertale profile picture. I expected more from a man like you.
The Undertale profile picture. Yeah.
You know, it's funny. When that game came out, one of my friends he's a bit more like a lackey actually. I wouldn't say friend. Friend's too high. But he's someone I keep around because he's pretty good to play video games with, but in all other respects, he probably has a room temperature IQ.
No, Grin, stop it. No, don't admit half of it's real. Just let it go away. Goodness.
But anyway, when that game came out, he was I made the argument, listen, in 2 months, no one's going to care about the game. And he goes, no, it's a big deal, dude. This one guy developed it. Guess what happened? 3 months later, nobody cared about Undertale. It was a fandom that started and died, and now what's all that's left is a bunch of extremely dedicated fans who are, the big fatsos that live in their basements and leech off their parents. We don't have basements.
It's interesting because it's easy to make fun of a profile picture with Undertale on it. But it's kind of hard.
It's easy to make fun of anything.
Well, okay. How would you make fun of how would you make fun of a bust of Alexander the Great? Tell me.
That empire didn't last so long now, did it? I don't know. Well, okay. Am I still... What? Is the stream still going? I'm confused now. Grin or someone, if the stream's still on, let me know, like, in chat. Because as far as I'm concerned, it looks like everyone's died. Or did I disconnect? Perhaps I disconnect. Oh, hello?
Yes, sorry. I don't know what happened. The stream just lagged or something.
Yeah, that was weird.
So I was going to ask, how do you make fun of my profile picture? How do you make fun of a profile picture like that?
Okay, so knowing Alexander the Great, I could probably come up with good things. But not knowing Alexander the Great, I would make fun of the fact that you're using overused pixelized meme glasses.
Yeah.
I made a livelihood out of this.
You could say Alex is busty. Yeah, that's also an option.
What else? Well, he didn't live that long, did he? He died like when he was 30 something.
Yep.
Oh, there you go. That's something.
He
What else?
conquered. He had an empire. He had the peak of his empire around 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
inherited it.
How's Macedonia now? Ha ha. It got messed up by the Serbians. Well, actually, it's not as bad as the
He
Kosovo.
created one of the largest intellectual hubs in ancient history, which was Alexandria.
It got beat by the Baghdad house.
I know it
Please
got beat, which is why I called it the Ghosts of Alexandria. That's the point of the channel. That it did burn, which is also a homage to the series Roasts of Alexandria. Whenever I do it, I'm just gonna have like a burning Alexandria in the background. It's gonna be fun. That's a what?
That's a beat.
What's happening to you? Why are you only saying a few things?
What?
You kept cutting out.
Did I? Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know
what
that.
did you say?
I said that's upbeat.
That's upbeat. Oh, upbeat. Okay, never mind. You didn't cut out.
You're just stupid.
Let's see. Alex, have you ever bought something at a store?
No.
Nah. Never.
It's not an experience I hope to have in any time in my future.
No, capitalism is for thugs.
There was a conversation we had with Anne. I forgot to bring it up. It was like I was gonna talk about how exactly like you think Anne's channel would have grown as big as it has had she not shown her face in videos, and like talk about the effects of going face cam versus not showing your face.
Okay, so would you like to have a conversation about that now here, and we can get Anne's opinion on a different stream?
Nah, I think it'd be best to hold it off for right now because neither of us are experienced in showing our faces.
This is true. Did Anne get tired of Alex? No, she had a personal emergency.
So she says.
So she says, which I believe because she doesn't have a reason to not. She didn't have a reason to lie. She's been quite open with me about a lot of things.
Damn.
Privately. So.
Damn, man.
What?
I'm not a very. It's just mind-boggling to me because I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't trust a lot of people, especially people I've only just met through the internet. So
what are you saying, damn, about the fact that I'm trusting that?
No,
the
fact that Anne trusted you enough to reveal information.
People didn't trust me very easily. It happened in my family a lot. So basically, they just come like people were dealing with marital problems would just come to me when I was like 17 and like talk to me about it and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, I feel the same way. Like I tell my friends, I'm pretty good in situations. Like some of them can vouch for me, but I'm pretty good when it comes to problems because I don't have a lot of my own, but I've experienced a lot. So I feel like I can help people, and I usually do tend coming with a compromise for certain people. But it's really to the point where they just don't come to me with their problems because they don't trust me. And maybe that's my fault because I don't really trust them. I mean, I trust them to an extent, but I can never.
Yeah, I don't really trust anyone specifically, but that has more to do with that's a lot of it's life experience, but it's also topped with the autism.
I would say that there's just been a few events in my life where I've been, I wouldn't say traumatic events, but just moments where I've kind of, gone like, all right, no.
Yeah, no, fuck that. Yeah, no, it's not gonna work. You know what? Fuck you. Fuck off.
I mean, like, I have a lot of friends I play video games with, which I've only ever really known through the internet.
Right.
And we know each other. We've known each other for years now. And I still just don't trust them all that well. Like, I don't know enough about you. And I think that's a thing going back into the topic about face reveals. This is what I wanted to go with. This was, I feel that people who watch YouTube have this kind of connection with the person they're watching, especially if they know their face, and it kind of creates a one-sided relationship. And it's very common, especially with younger age people, where they're just children who believe that these people care or know about their existence. And can you imagine if you have 4 million subscribers? I mean, you can't even comprehend, whatever you have now, 100, 101.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a fucking shock to me, dude.
Yeah.
I can't just imagine a room with 100 people who are genuinely interested enough to add me into their sub box. Nevertheless, add me to a like, right? We were talking about how people don't sometimes they don't like videos, even though if they like the video, they don't like the video because they just don't want to add it to the playlist. Just imagine a subscription, right? So people liked me enough. 101 people liked me enough to sub to me. That's just unreal to me. That's just fucking crazy. I haven't really offered much. I intend to make some really, really good content, or at least try. But but from what I have now, I can't even, I'm honestly, I'm just baffled. First, before you continue, I wanted to say to Mr. Johnson, yes, I do have feet, 2 of them. And let's see, Adam here raises an argument. And before we start talking again about face-to-face, I just want to go on a tangent for a second. Adam Harris says, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on the stigma of women in online environments, like games in chat rooms. And Mr. Johnson says, Adam, that is very stupid. It depends how you approach it, okay? Let's not call it stupid immediately. Let's first make your case, okay? So we're saying that I'm guessing women are treated online differently than men are treated online, right? Because men and women are different, and there are different ideals to be shown, different reasons to pay attention to someone according to their gender, different insights, different ways they approach arguments, different ways that they reason, and this all plays into where women get that kind of stigma online. But men also get that stigma online. It's just very different. It's different, and it's a lot less noticeable. But I think showing her face has probably helped her channel. I intend to show my face eventually. I'm just not doing it now. Just for fun, really. At this point, it's just for fun. I stopped caring about my anonymity a long time ago. But or at least a good bit of a good few weeks ago, So I just when I say a long time ago, I mean a few weeks ago. I just stopped caring. So eventually, I will do a face reveal and I will start using my face. But I also have it might start. I'll probably do it with 1,000 subscribers, if not 10,000. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Right now, I'm kind of working on myself, physically speaking, and I don't really want to show my face on the camera. Yeah, I don't know. It's a dumb insecurity, but it's just I don't know. I don't know. It becomes a little bit more real if someone actually saw who I am. So I'm mentally prepared to take insults on my physical appearance. But I
don't care. I just don't want to, because like I said earlier, if I do want to have one channel where I go political and one channel where I upload non-political
right,
things,
you want to be separate.
I want them to be separate. And if I share my face on one, I can't share my face on the other,
right?
Because then people will make the connection. And apparently, it's you'll get witch hunted. You're not allowed to have, well, at least political opinions, really in general, I guess, anymore, anywhere. Which is kind of dumb.
Yeah, and I might not even release my do a face reveal. I'm still thinking about it because I do have businesses that I do want to uphold. Right, I don't want it to be attached to me. So, Alex, are you hot? That is subjective. I don't know. Very subjective thing.
Well, I'd say you're probably more qualified than I am.
Qualified for what?
To determine your attractiveness.
My attractiveness.
I would say I'm particularly ugly. I don't think I wouldn't say I'm ugly, but I think my appearance creates that kind of mental stigma because I'm relatively short. If I were taller, but everything else was the same about me, I don't think I would appear as ugly to people as I do.
Right. Same here. Very short. But I've been polling for as long as I thought of doing it, women to see what they think of me. And I gave them the distinct opportunity to be as hateful and just well, not hateful, but that's not hate to dislike someone's appearance, but just to be as brutally honest as possible.
I don't trust
And
them enough.
the average, no, I don't trust it either, but the average from what I've seen is on a scale from 1 to 10, I range around a 7. Now, I don't personally believe that. I think I'm somewhere around a 6.5, right?
Don't downgrade yourself like that.
But don't downgrade yourself. I don't know. There's different. The heart condition has affected a lot of things. My growth, my testosterone distribution around my body, things like that. But it's all kind of evening out now. So within the, I feel more confident now than I ever have before, though. So that's, yeah.
To Mr. Johnson, respect is only a cover-up to get the true goal. Just keep that in mind.
Alex, you can't be reluctant to showing your face because you are worried about criticism. It's not because I'm worried about criticism. It's just like, I don't know. It's really hard to explain. It's really this is just one of the things that it's I don't know. My communication skills are lacking. The ability to explain why I don't really want to show my face. But it says because you're worried about criticism, that's just going to make me roast you harder. By all means, do. Someone actually said, Alex, how hot are you on a scale from 1 to 10? Oh, okay, well, God, why do y'all care? Why do you give a shit?
Why do you think I'm a beta male, Johnson?
Damn, Toaster is a bigger beta male than Alex. I mean, that's hard to beat. I mean, I'm a super beta male. I'm actually capital B.
I don't get insulted by a lot of things, but I'm triggered at that. How dare you? In the words of the humongous girl, how dare you call me a beta male? In today's modern age, it is difficult to pull off the gentleman, as I'd like to say, the gentleman disguise and get the goal that we all hope to achieve. But I think I do it quite nicely.
We care because we love you, Alex. So fucking sweet. You damn hippie.
I like how Johnson knows the name Zarna, yeah.
The names where?
Zarna is the name of the humongous girl.
Oh,
how
yeah.
Dare you? How dare you? You just abused a woman.
I think you'd be hotter if you owned that fidget spinner.
You bust.
I think I'd be a fucking 11 if I owned a fidget spinner. Let's see. Your bust is hot. I'm so done. Holy shit. I can't wait till fan art comes in. I really can't. I'm so fucking excited for it now. Now that I knew that someone actually took the time to do it, and it seems like Mr. Johnson, among others. I don't know who else has volunteered. Actually, I don't think anyone else has. But
thank you,
if anyone else wants to do that, I'm just so pumped to see like what the things that people can do, and and whether or not it relates to my channel or not. But most likely, it's going to relate to my channel. If you wanted to go on Twitter, it's going to relate to my channel.
Right? Thank you, Johnson. But I just like to say, I appreciate the offer, but I have my situation handled quite nicely. If you catch my drift.
If I knew you guys in person, I would help you get laid. I'd probably help you get laid. Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Again, I have a similar response.
Boyfriend.
My partner is non-binary. It's
How do you know,
non-binary.
Johnson?
Oh, now you know. No, my partner, sexually identifies as a coffee mug. So, sex is very interesting. Um. Anyway, it's yeah, that's not a concern for me. But thanks.
Hang on, I'm gonna send you something in private chat.
Okay. By all means. Oh, actually, guys, it is 9. But I'm gonna give the stream about 5 more minutes because I kind of started streaming a 5 minutes late. So I'm gonna give y'all 4 more minutes to say your spiel. Any questions you want answered, put them in the chat, and I'll go through them very quickly. If not, we can all talk later on Discord. Does anyone have? Look, I'll put the Discord server in it again. Here you go. So feel free to join my Discord server at any time, and we can talk in the general, and we can talk in different chats. So, yeah. Join me on my own stream.
My fan art will be incredible. The best, really amazing. Some of the best fan art you will ever see. I believe that, Johnson.
It's true. It's true. The fake news media. The fake news tells you that my fan art will not be. When I do streams, I laugh a lot more than I would objectively.
My gosh. I'm just surprised that you went straight from laughing and dying to talking so perfectly. Did you see what I put in the private chat?
Yeah, let me check. Yes, I will. Yes, in the stream at 9:11. You want me to end the stream at 9:11? We can do that.
Oh no, but it's gonna be 10:11 for me.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay, then never mind.
Though.
Alex, are Alex and Toaster a thing now?
No, I don't want that. That's disgusting. Don't you dare. I'm Aline.
Hey,
you have a terrorist name.
Hey.
I hope you get.
I'm offended by that. That's wait. What are you mocking? Which one are you mocking? Is the one are Alex and Toaster a thing now?
Oh my god. Aline, why did you do this? You're just feeding Johnson. I hope, Johnson, I hope you know every single time I say your name, all I can think of is Sergeant Johnson from Halo.
I ship now. Toasts of Alexandria. That's the name of the stream. If you look at the title of the stream, it's called Toasts of Alexandria.
Done? You horrible man. You're feeding them.
The little toaster. Can we get some little toaster memes going on?
Oh God.
Remember when the little toaster gets brutally murdered in the movie where he dives into the gears and it just crushes? I only know that because my mom showed me now because she's like, I was like, remember the little toaster, Mom? And she's like, that was a fucked up movie. And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, just watch it. I'm like, okay. And I see this toaster gets bludgeoned to death like an ISIS style crushing, right? And I was just like, holy shit. It was a sentient toaster too, so that was the real killer here. Let's see.
Oh God.
Let me.
Aline, I just want to let you know your first name sounds terrorist. Just want to let you know that. You're probably Indian or something.
Okay, we are ending the stream in. Yeah, we'll just do 9/11. I don't give a shit. We'll do 9/11. Bush did 9/11, and so did the stream. So
don't talk about my man like that.
We have 6 minutes left. Again, if anyone has any serious questions, you can ask it on or any questions in general. Put in the chat. If not, you can again go onto the Discord, join me, and I might be on later, or I might be on tomorrow, or I'll be on at different times, right? So y'all can enjoy the server. Yeah. That's pretty much it.
I have one question.
Right.
That's what Johnson says.
Oh, okay. Again, here's the Discord. Just in
No,
case.
you can probably ask it now. I just don't want it to bring up. I'm actually pretty upset about that because I've dealt with a lot of people calling me gay for a while, and it's really upsetting because they know that I'm already in a relationship. It's just a joke because I'm the short guy. Yeah.
How does get? Okay. Well,
I don't know.
wait.
Okay, so
Why? How is that relevant? Hold on.
I don't know. That's something you can figure out. I really don't care.
I'll keep my fan art PGY7 so it can be broadcasted without issue. You can do multiple fan arts, and we can put like the more like edgier shit on the NSFW text channel on the Discord server. So
No.
feel free.
No, Johnson.
Why not?
That's not what I meant. No, stop. You're not allowed.
You're the short guy, so is he the tall guy? We're both the short guys.
Don't say that.
What? I love fueling it.
don't know
You don't
these
understand that I like
people.
to fuel it.
I would enjoy to fuel it if they
Toaster,
weren't questioning.
you have to realize that you're going to get this on your channel anyway. So if you feed into it, it's just fun. Just make it fun. Like this is a fucking blast for
All
me.
right, I wouldn't mind them calling me gay, but I'm not going to stand by being called a beta. I am not sinking to your level. No offense. Actually, no, full offense.
Look, I can be called a beta. Look, if I say don't call me a beta, they're gonna call me a beta, right? I don't give a shit. I just don't care. Like if he calls me a beta, if he's not serious, but if he was serious, I would ask him, have you actually met a beta? My personality type is ENTJ. Like I am the polar opposite of fucking beta. So it's funny to me because of how different it is.
I cannot find this name. That is really weird.
Mr. Johnson, have you entered the Discord? I'm curious because there's a few people who have added. We got Adam, we got Sam, we got someone named by Clap. So
Okay.
I'm just curious if you did join the Discord because that would be how one way to send fan art, or you can do it via Twitter.
So I know this is gonna sound weird, but I was actually
Discord is an app. Discord is an application. It's kind of like it's for like gamers and shit. It's a really useful app. Just click the link and then you can type the link again.
It opens up like servers where you can talk to people and post things.
Yeah.
Aline, I was actually genuinely interested in the origins of your last name. So not to be weird, but I did look it up. It is apparently French in origin. However, a majority of them live in the United States. 8,221 people by your last name live in the United States, making it the 4,819th most popular last name.
Why the fuck does anyone care? Why is that relevant? I love how you looked up his last name and you're telling him the frequency of it.
This is me, okay? People question me all the time about this. When I'm playing video games, I will just have my phone on a little Lego phone stand that I made, just spiraling information just on constant repeat or like continued playlist of stupid, pointless facts that I don't need to know.
Well,
Because
I'm gonna be ending the stream in that's funny. Sorry, I'm gonna be ending the stream in a few in about 2 minutes. So thanks everyone for coming on. Again, I do streams like all the time. So if y'all have any other questions or you want to talk about other things, obviously there's gonna be many more streams. So this was just specifically a 100 sub special. Again, thanks everyone that got me to 100 subscribers. It's fucking awesome. It really is. Like I know a lot of YouTubers say that shit and they're just like, oh my God, I love my fans, right? But they say it in a really fake way. It's kind of odd. But I really it's just so surreal. It's a very odd experience to actually have like what kind of resembles a fan base in a way.
I'm
But-
sweet. I don't know how
Hey,
to
Grin,
react
if
to
you-
that. I guess I appreciate it. I don't really know. I've never been told that I'm sweet by anyone that's not female.
You know
So-
what? I feel like I've been a little bit unfair to Grin. I'm actually, you know what? I'm going to extend the stream to 9:30. I'm sending Grin. I'm sending you a link to the Hangout. So click on that, and you'll join the stream. I feel bad because I've been messing with him this whole time. Right? He deserves to
Don't
be on the
ruin
stream.
it. Don't invite him, dude. You're ruining the joke.
No. I want to
No,
invite
because
him.
he hasn't changed his profile picture away from Undertale.
I don't care. This is-
Favoritism.
no favoritism. No, just
Thanks for
come on. It's
spell-
9:11. Look, we have about 20 minutes. Just please get
It's-
on so we can
It's
continue the stream.
10:12.
Hurry up. Click the link. Dude, Alex, do you have a heart? I have half a heart. He said half-heartedly. It's a pleasure, my dude. I'm glad I'm in 100. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Thanks.
we have to think for Adam here. He can't do his thermo homework. What is that? Thermo engineering?
Fuck.
Thermobiology?
I'm never gonna start my
Thermo is a vague.
thermophysics.
Thermodynamics.
Geothermal.
Maybe
physics.
thermodynamics.
Wow, Alex, you're a wonderful person. No, Grin, where's in Discord? I sent you on a direct message. Where the fuck are you? God damn it, get on. We're
Oh,
losing time here.
18 minutes. It's 20 to 12.
Anyway, again,
Thermo
huge
fart.
honor.
I like
100
that, Johnson.
subs, custom URL.
I'm sorry
You
to
know.
report this to you, Adam. Oh, it is thermodynamics, but thermofart is actually the real name of the class now. It has been changed.
What link? In the fucking Discord.
Thermodynamic fart.
I swear to God, Grin,
Is that
get
gonna be
in the
the next-
Discord. I
next
sent it to
lesson?
you as a direct message. You just have to click the Discord. I guess he doesn't want. I guess I'm gonna have to end the stream. I guess he doesn't want to be on the stream since apparently he's incapable of clicking a fucking link.
Alex told
Yeah.
me he has a crush on you, Johnson. Just want to let you know.
Yeah, I told him in private. I have a man crush on him. Come on,
Here.
Discord. Yeah, come on. Oh, welcome to the stream.
Oh, to turn off your video camera.
Turn off your video camera. Welcome to the stream. Well, again, guys, thank you so much for the contributions, and I'll see y'all later.